Ladies and gentlemen, after a long day of 3 double elimination brackets here in Phoenix, Arizona, welcome to the Whooptopia 2020-25 finals day for the pro class brackets. We just finished an unbelievable run through the advanced class. My name is Jesse Perkins, sitting here with my buddy Jace. Welcome back, Jace.
Doing.
And here we are overlooking the course midway through practice as we start to prepare for the one and only pro class finals. And I said this last year, but sometimes pro class, oh, we got some quads in the air over there.
Oh, we just practicing.
Yeah,
we good.
Yeah, but sometimes pro class is, you know.
So you're distracted. You're going squirrel right now.
I'm going squirrel, but what I'm saying is, oh yeah, do you want to talk about practice? I'm going to let them practice right now and just say that for me.
I did not want to talk about practice. I wanted to continue listening to you talk about the event and what's going to go on here.
All right, go ahead and continue listening. I'm just kidding.
we give you permission to continue listening to this.
I'd like to invite you to continue listening right now. Last year, pro class really was the new elite class. It's kind of been like this for a couple of years because after you spend an entire day giving all 80 pilots 8 packs each on the Whooptopia 2025 Raceway, what you wind up with is a very tight and ordered final list of all of the pilots ordered by their 3 consecutive laps time on the overall leaderboard. We divide those guys into groups of 16. We call the bottom 16 hobbyists, then enthusiasts, then advanced. And then the second to top 16, the pro class brackets we're about to roll into right now. You see 4 of our competitors practicing right now. Of course, our man FPV Skittles, you gelling, rolling with my personal ticket.
No-name pilot Jesse did change clothes. Sorry.
Fresh Bread, Cruz, riding along with us right now on their practice packs, trying to warm up. That's one thing Whooptopia is doing a little bit different this year, is they're giving every pilot 3 packs because they just spent all day yesterday qualifying. Then they went to Whoop House and had an epic rager. Then they got a little bit of sleep, and now we're just going to give them those extra packs. We got the message on our phones last night. All pilots will get 3 batteries of practice.
Practice.
Batteries of practice.
Batteries of practice. Hey,
I couldn't believe it.
40 packs, guys. 40 extra packs. That's what we're talking about here.
Yep. Yeah, so they've added 40 more packs to today, and so far it's working out great. And, yeah, because of that, these pilots are going to come in much more primed, comfortable. Nobody's going to have any of those early jitters before they start actual racing. 3 packs to shake them all out, starting with 2 back-to-back packs per pilot. We'll go through all 16 pilots like that, and we'll bring them back in just a minute. And as we get set for the preliminary round in our double elimination bracket for pro class pilots, we're going to give them 1 practice, 1 official race. And then the next group, 1 practice, 1 official race. Let's have a quick look, if we could, at the double elimination bracket right now as it stands empty, getting ready for the pro class.
Oh, it's not empty, Jesse. We got that left side action right there with all 16 of them.
And what you're looking at is the preliminary round, your highest seed, FPV Cam. Now, don't forget, this guy won pro class the last 2 years in a row. We had AK take the turkey on elite class 4 years ago. We had T-Dog take the turkey on elite class last year, but nobody's ever gotten first place in any of the other brackets 3 times in a row. Nobody's even done it 2 times in a row until Cam did it last year. So we got high hopes for Cam. But have a look at the list here. A lot of these names you can't believe are not in elite class. Fresh Bread, Ugelin, Skittles, T-Mad, Scrap Heap, Jay. Jay feels like Pickle Rick is here. You know, so
you missed Wild Type. Yeah.
Wild Type.
How do you go past Wild Type, right?
He got second
in Elite last year.
Yeah, so some of the podium from Elite class is now chilling in Pro class, and that's a testament to what's happened to the skill level here. It was proved to us today after thousands, hundreds of packs on the course. Yesterday during qualifying,
640 packs.
We looked back at it and said, my goodness, the skills have changed, the game has changed, the competition has changed, and that means the spectator experience has changed too. So get ready for some of the best action. We just finished advanced class where we had a 4-ace finals going to sudden death. It's only happened 5 times in the history of drone race. And we watched it happen right here. I just accidentally muted myself.
You know what I was thinking, honestly, Jesse, watching that advanced class, especially the finals, is I was thinking to myself, this is elite 2 to 3 years ago.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's the level of flying and the level of bump ups we've gotten to at this point.
Yeah, we'll be saying that in enthusiast class next year. Maybe
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was an early
Actually, I'm not
from
sure.
FPV Skittles.
It was Skittles?
That was Skittles. He's like, screw this friggin' practice battery.
He's back on it?
He's back up on the track now, dude. I can't.
I think he almost got me.
He almost got you. That was the closest one yet.
That's the closest anybody's had to actually making contact with me.
Maybe better luck next time, Skittles.
That was close. I really think it's awesome that he had hope. He had faith in himself to even make that attempt.
I love that he tried and then went back to his practice run.
Yeah, he's like maybe Jesse won't even notice that it was me.
Yeah.
I thought it was fresh bread.
No, that was all
like
Skittles. Sorry.
Well, if I could just get all hundreds and hundreds of you to agree not to clip that, I can keep my streak alive. I'm running to YouTube right now so I can interact with the chat because we need to make a little agreement between you and me, chat. Let's talk. There's already 144 of you, but luckily I know you got my back, right?
Oh yeah. What happens in chat
We're
stays
friends.
in chat.
Like we've been hanging out all day.
Listen.
We're close now.
First rule of Chat Club is you don't talk about Chat Club, Jesse.
Right, guys? Cowboy with a camera saying Skittles for the win. No Name Pilot says I missed it. Replay super slow-mo. And I just want to make it clear there's nothing to go back and look at, so just move along.
Correct.
And let's just keep looking forward. We don't have to look, the past is in the past.
These are not the drones you're looking for.
Just trust my voice and move along.
Absolutely.
I got a lot of calls out in the chat. Here's like Claymore saying T-Dog will 4-peat. Outset saying T-Dog is insane. Twisted Carbon saying, oh yeah, this Dr. Love. All right, so here we go. I'm getting caught up with chat now, and you're all getting caught up with liking the stream.
Absolutely.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Remember how you guys love to help me accomplish my goals of likes because you know how it pushes the stream out to our FPV friends. It leads to more people making the decision to get involved and experiencing the flight, and that means more friends for you and for me. So thank you so much for supporting Whooptopia by hitting the like button. It also supports our platinum sponsor, Perspective Image. I know you guys are subscribed already. Whoa. What are we looking at? Hey, hold on.
Hold on. What is this?
Everybody,
guys.
I think we're losing the stream right now. Something's like breaking up.
This looks like an AI regeneration.
Oh, it is
here.
an AI.
This is definitely not reality.
I don't think this is real.
I don't think this is what's happening right now.
I don't think it's real.
I don't know. I don't remember this.
Hold on. Now, hold on. The question is, did he make contact? Now, from here,
Correct.
it looks like he's about to make contact. But what you're about to see is my ninja skills as I dodge this thing. He's right now approximately 6 inches
we're going
from
frame
my
by frame
face.
now.
Is he going to hit me?
Oh, he's going
Frame
back.
by
He's going
frame.
far.
You probably think he's about to hit me.
He's not going to.
It's not clear.
No.
This is about where I make my dodge.
You haven't even. No. Absolutely.
Right about here. Okay, now you can tell
so
I'm
fast.
out of the way. I'm out of the way
So
in this
fast you
stage.
didn't even see the dodge.
I was out of the way after that final stage. So yeah, you see red. That's not the red of my skin.
Correct.
I think that was whatever was behind my head. All right, let's see it in real time so they can see me dodging.
You know what? All I can say, Skittles, is nice try. Better luck next time.
All I can say is, Greg, you picked a side. you picked a side, Greg.
We see where your loyalties lie.
Come on, man.
Don't worry, Derpy Hooves. It's been clipped.
Skittles with the giggles in the background, says Dingles. Mr. E saying Skittles maniacal laugh.
It's hard to miss. It's like an evil laugh.
Oh, man, this is a good time. Oh, check it out.
We're
Cube
racing
up there. T-Mad's here.
Is that what we're doing here, Jesse?
Jay's here.
Are we racing?
I'm scared of this one, man. I'm nervous about how this is going to go down.
I'm scared at the speed and the sneakiness of these guys right now.
Yeah, it's a spooky situation. But we're just going into a new era in micro drone racing. It's a new era in Tiny Whoop when we're looking at a skill level like this.
It's
and
crazy.
Everything that's about to happen in pro class, it's just a completely new animal.
Oh, Jay, get it together, brother. Another, what is that, a NorCal, Northern California boy there, Jay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he flies with Leviticus, Orange Stuff.
Yep.
Nightwing.
Yep, absolutely.
Back when Nightwing was out there anyway.
Absolutely, yeah, still one of his favorite boys.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to get it together, though, on this practice pack. Dial it in.
And I really love Jay's flying style. It always feels, I don't know how to say this.
Going faster than he looks.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was going to say. It feels faster than he looks. It feels like he's just laying on rocket packs.
Yep.
And it's like it feels uncomfortable. Obviously, we watch a lot of pilots that are faster than Jay. We're here in the pro class, so at least 16 pilots qualified above him. But yeah, there's something uncomfortable about watching Jay fly, and because of that, I can't take my eyes off.
Absolutely, it's intoxicating.
Scrap Heap's here. We know him for a long time. He's been a part of the family. T-Mad really won me over yesterday because I just didn't realize what a maniac this guy is.
I'm just going to tell you right now that I changed his name to Crap Heap a long time ago. I'm going to continue to say it.
I'll probably forgive it.
Fine.
But I'm going to stick with Scrap Heap. Cube is here too. You might know him, Ryan Quellet. Major part of the HD0 revolution, and his daughter Isley was here competing this morning.
Absolutely. She slayed it earlier.
She did so good, and she was so much fun to talk to. Really nice person, and I'm happy that she's a drone racing pilot as well.
Absolutely.
Only female competitor, 9 years old, and she really did wonderful.
Yep. She was amazing. I can't wait to see what she has next year.
Derpy Hooves saying I should put a net over my head. It's like you don't get me, Derpy. It's like you don't believe in me. You're gonna have to earn back my trust after that one, Derpy.
Oh, see, they're saying the computer-generated face punch looked pretty real, but do not be fooled. Do not underestimate the skill of Greg Gutierrez in the NASA trailer.
Yeah, he's sitting over there with his deepfake program, making anything he wants happen, that whatever fits his agenda.
Have you seen the technology he has?
Well, don't fall for it.
I haven't.
Be like Zero FPV.
That's my little brother, by the way.
Nate Lewis saying the same thing. Definitely not a hit.
Yeah.
No Name saying, how did he recover so fast?
Fake news.
Jesus just had like some laughing, crying faces, but I'm pretty sure he's on my side too.
if you want to believe that. I know the goose pretty well.
Me too.
Oh, God.
Derpy Hoof says she has real footage of me being face punched. Hey,
I don't believe that.
Greg, what the heck?
He just put up a poll.
Greg.
All right, that's an instant no from me, Greg. Sorry, you get no.
Answer the poll, everybody, and pick a side.
Yeah.
It is really back and forth.
Pick the right side.
Just watching it waffle back and forth. Come on, guys. You guys, you've been hanging out with me all day. You're going to stab me in the back on live broadcast? Seriously, you can re-vote. You can re-vote right now.
You could change your vote. We could rank vote this.
Greg, you are so dirty. We've been working together for years. You used to call me your lead commentator. My God. Oh my God. You guys, it's a close vote. You can change your vote. I just found out. You can make a new account and vote again. I just found out. I just looked it up.
You can make several accounts. Oh, it's not looking good, Jesse.
It's only 27 votes. We got hundreds of people here. Come on.
We're 60-40 right now.
Give me a hand here, because I know you got my back, and that's what I love about you. And, you know, I like to give out discounts to my friends when we're friends.
Now he's resorted to bribery, ladies and gentlemen.
I got money. I give money to my friends. I give money in motors.
We're going there.
I give motors to my friends.
We're going there. Oh, wow. Oh.
Back and forth. It's still unconclusive.
Yeah. Beautiful feed from Cube down there with the HD0. One of our platinum sponsors there, HD0.
More votes than thumbs up. What's up with that? That is hilarious.
More votes than thumbs up.
Thanks, Icy.
T-Mad lap 1 and 4th.
Oh yeah, it's swinging in my favor exactly as I planned. I don't want to miss this.
Sorry, I had to mute that one. I knew that was going to be a long-term laugh, dude.
You okay?
I'm fine now.
You're going to be all right.
I'm going to be good, dude. Everything's fine. Okay.
Don't let me miss what's happening here, okay? Because eventually racing's going to be for real. We can't let it sneak up on us.
No, I'm half paying attention to that as well.
T-Mad lap 2 and 4th.
I mean, we're talking about practice here, guys. They're just Allen Iverson out there. They're fine. They don't need our help.
We bleed also trying to bribe the chat.
30 seconds
surprise, surprise. Oh, my goodness.
Would anybody like Jeff's phone number so you can collect on that discount? Hit me up. I'll send him your way.
T-Mad
We'll give you his
finished in
real
third.
phone number, too.
Cube finished in 4th.
None of that fake stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's easy. Just call. I'm just kidding. I was going to make another 911 joke. I had a buddy that you always used to ask me for phone numbers, and I was like, yeah, 911-3846. And
Finish
then
your
they would
lap
call
and then
911.
land.
Oh, my goodness, great. How smart were your friends?
So smart.
We're not looking good, Jesse. It's going the other way. It's bouncing back and forth, but you're losing ground. You're not gaining ground
It's
right
inconclusive.
now. You're definitely not gaining ground.
It's inconclusive.
Oh, wow.
How about that one? Let's do a poll on that one.
Did that one
another
just
hit,
get it?
right, Derpy?
Oh, my goodness. Just get out of here.
Derpy saw another hit. So did everybody. We bleed. Look, he's giving out more discounts because evidently I just got another face punch, everybody.
Wow. I
Race
can't.
over.
They're not seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm inches from you.
But we'll forgive them. You got it.
Give me a sticker.
Next up, round 2, race 1. FPV Chem on R1. ROG1 on R2.
67309.
And ask for
Pickle Rick on
Jenny.
R7.
I don't know if you get that joke. It's from the song.
I totally
What's
get
the
that
funny
joke.
part for you?
It's awesome, dude, because it's 8675309, bro.
Okay.
He Jenny'd
Maybe
you.
I'm missing like why the 5's gone?
86. Oh, we bleed, man. You're missing the 5, bro. You're totally missing the 5. And if you want it to be a phone number, he should have added the 5. Like, it can't be a 5 without it.
And it's as hilarious as he made it look when he laughed. It is that funny.
I thought the 5 was there. If the 5 was there, then my laugh was justified.
You think so?
I do.
You think it's a good joke?
You don't like the Jenny joke?
I do.
I've
But
Jenny'd people
so
all
far,
the
I'm
time.
keeping it together.
Oh, man. I don't know why you
Look at
bring
the
this
launch
on
block. We
yourself.
really need to keep caught up with this because they're going to start without us. Nobody's going to inform us. So what we want to watch for, the next time we see Rog1, Redfin, Pickle Rick, and
They're up now.
okay. So this is them going through their third
Yep. So one more practice, and then it's for real
practice.
Practice. So right now, I honestly, I'm looking at the Pro Class Puppet Master, aka Cam, who I talked to him before they got going, and he told me he had turkey for dinner last night.
That's an awesome insight into the
Armor
lives of our
quads.
pilots.
Mm-hmm.
Starting on the tone in less than 3.
I think he feels it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, clean launch on the last practice pack for this particular race.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he feels it.
So Pickle Rick eked his way into this class
Yeah, that's one
After-
way to put it.
after a pilot in the middle of the night reviewed their own footage and found a missed gate.
Yeah, it's the honorable Biss.
And Pickle Rick finds himself competing here in the pro class instead of advanced.
The honorable Mr.
Pickle
Biss.
Rick lap 1 in first.
Can you hear me avoiding mentioning the name, Chase?
No.
Wake up.
ROG1 lap 1 in second.
But now
FPV
Pickle Rick
can
competing
lap
with
one in
people
third.
above him, and if you ask me, that's always an honor. Some people are like, hey, I'd rather be top seed in another heat or in a lower class, but I don't see the glory there. If you ask me, the random 16 pilot division is not a division
60
that
seconds remaining.
is something to be
Pickle
proud of.
Rick
The
lap
way
2 in
we
first.
separate pilots into groups of 16, not because there's some magic reflection of
FPV
skill
can
that
lap
takes
2
place
in
at those
second.
numbers. It just happens to be the way our race format works out.
Absolutely.
ROG1 lap 2 in third.
So looking at this practice round, what kind of predictions are you about to make about the first race in our preliminary round?
I mean,
30 seconds
Pickle
remaining.
Rick is always dangerous. You know, Rog, if he can keep his equipment together, is dangerous. But I'm still looking at Cam right now. He's to me, I think
Pickle
he's.
Rick finished in
I want to
first.
call him my dark horse, but I don't think you really
FPV
can call him that,
finished in
considering that
first.
he's won twice in a row.
ROG1 finished in third.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by Cam. Like I said yesterday, he's got a certain grace about
10
his flight
seconds
style.
remaining.
I'm always gonna,
Absolutely.
yeah, look at that dive is everything you need to know.
Yeah,
It's making me excited
it's
for
an elite class dive.
dives.
That was an elite class dive.
I'm stoked.
He's flirting with elite class diving.
Well, he's
Finish
been
your
there
lap
before.
and then land.
All right, there it is. Round 3 of practice for Pickle Rick Redfin, ROG1, and FPV Cam. So let's bring him in for the first official results races for the pro class. We asked Cam before the race who we'd like to thank for supporting his FPV career. He said Josh Bardwell, Nick Burns, Infinity Loops for putting out informative, fun FPV content. But then he also said Skittles, iGal, RaceGal for sparking my Whoop racing career. Tiny Whoop, Weebleed, and all of the other smaller FPV stores supporting the
Race
community.
over.
He doesn't have a local racing crew back home, but we all know him from all the big races. I think he goes to all 4. He's one of the pilots that goes to all 4, am I right?
Yes, you are. He was definitely at NE Champs last year. I believe he was at Tiny Whoop Open. He was at Whooptopia. I don't know about the Air Force race,
He's
though.
been at the Air Force for the last 2 races.
There you
Tiny Whoop Open for 2 races. He was at the most recent Northeast Whoop Champs. He's been through RaceGal 3 times, iGal once. And yeah, he's been to Whooptopia 2 other times where he took the exact same result. Pro class, first place, both times.
Yep. Dangerous as always.
He discovered FPV via YouTube, which is awesome. I'd love to know who he was watching. It could be Bardwell. There he is on the, oh wait, no, sorry, different camera. He's in his seat. Pickle Rick's dancing. ROG1's ready to go.
Jeff's thrown up another discount
Nice.
code in the chat. He is
good.
insistent on the truth.
Awesome.
Where are we at on our likes right now, anyway?
5% off.
You can do better, Jeff. I think
Oh, no.
Army
You
of
can
God.
let him do 5.
Starting on the tone in
177
less than 3.
watching. We're up to 76 likes right now. Come on, guys. You can do better. 182 watching now.
Here we go. Real racing in pro class. It's actually happening. It's been a long road, but we're here, and look on board with FPV. Cam made contact right there. Believe that was ROG1, and he's still riding side by side now, starting to pull away just a little bit.
Ooh, big bobble
Tips
from
his
Cam.
wing before he can get in that dive gate. First one through is going to be ROG1, his competitor, but there
Another
is
bobble.
FPV. Cam pounds the top of that gate. Pickle Rick riding through in second place as Redfin finally making it through that dive gate. Third place, we're going to bring across
ROG1
ROG1.
lap
Yep.
one in
First place
first.
after a 20.58
That's
second lap.
nasty.
Pickle Rick lap 1 in second.
Pickle Rick in second.
FPV
Now
Cam
Cam
lap 1 in third.
right behind him. So it's already a tight race. Remember, 2 of these guys go up, 2 of them go down to the consolation bracket where they got to fight a long road to stay alive,
Redfin
Not
lap
an
1 in
absolute
fourth.
like we saw Vanadium do last round.
So right now, what ROG1 is definitely into that drop ladder, coming through the implement and coming back around. He is going to trigger his second lap, I believe, as Pickle
60
Rick
seconds
is
remaining.
not far behind him, coming in for his
Pickle
second.
Rick lap
What
2
is going
in
to happen in
first.
the third lap, Jesse?
ROG1 lap
Hard to
2
tell.
in
Here comes
second.
Cam across riding third
FPV
place,
Cam
and
lap
we're going to
2
see
in
if we can
third.
get Redfin as well. I'm looking at ROG1 already through the cork and now dive gate. That is just a
Ooh.
beautiful dive
Redfin
gate.
lap 2 in
Another
fourth.
big error by FPV Cam. 3 practices was not enough.
Nope.
Here he comes. There's his Immelman. Center gate, ROG1 with a big error on his center gate after the triple
Oh,
stack
Pickle
gate.
Rick goes down.
What's happening for him?
30
Pickle Rick
seconds
diving
remaining.
so hard and errors across the
ROG1
board.
finished
That's
in
not
first.
Finally
good.
make it official for
FPV
ROG1.
Cam finished in second.
And Cam right behind him after a
Unbelievable.
very tumultuous first round. Whew. Well, FPV Cam,
Yeah, what happened to
keeping
Pickle
the
Rick,
story
though?
alive.
He went
I'm not
down
sure.
and video
Redfin
just went
finished in
out.
third.
He went down, he
10
went up, and
seconds
went down
remaining.
again.
Unbelievable.
And look, he's already out of his chair.
Yeah, something broke. That one didn't feel good.
Race over.
One at the end of the track.
We're gonna rerun.
Lap 1. So Cam is coming around for third.
Oh,
Fourth to
no.
Pickle
They bumped
Rick.
Cam out.
So that means Redfin and ROG1 are moving on
Oh
without
my
a strike.
goodness.
I missed the beginning of that
Well
sentence.
done, Cam and
He
Pickle Rick.
had,
You
remember he
guys
had
will
that
be in
early
race
contact
5.
there.
ROG1,
Apparently he
Redfin,
didn't
you'll
get
be
Next
through
up,
that
round
gate.
2, race 2.
It's the only
Opening
explanation I
ground
have.
on R1. Flyboy
All
on
right.
R2.
Well, there it is.
Wild
Rog 1 and
type on
Redfin moved to
R6.
race 6.
Okay.
Guns on
We're
R7.
going to throw FPV Cam and Pickle Rick to race 5, and we'll visit with them in just a few rounds. But next, we're going to bounce back to another practice round for Gaining Ground, Flyboy, Wild Type, and Goons. Goons has been crushing this, too.
Yeah, Goons has been on fire.
Flyboy, obviously, Gaining Ground's an old school pilot. He's been around and has got all the experience you'd like to see. But Goons, also old school, just a guy I didn't know as well. And watching him fly a little more closely this year,
Yep.
I am a fan.
Yeah, always been a fan of Goons. One of my favorite people to see when I'm out here. Good dude to hang out with. But I do not want to skip over, right? I guess you know what? I can't even call him. I want to call Wild Type my dark horse, but he's not a dark horse in this class. He's just dangerous.
He's the, I don't know what kind of horse he would be. Wild Type, where is he? Is he the far seat?
Yep. Yeah, that he is. No, he's dangerous. He's dirty. You're
He's
talking about
unbelievable.
You're talking about a very talented, normally elite class robot, and he's down here with the humans, and I don't know what's going to happen. We're about to find out, though.
Arm your
I
quads.
wonder how he feels about his
Starting on
qualifying
a tone
day.
in
I
less
mean,
than
it's
3.
hard to argue with 8 chances.
I talked to him about it a little bit, and
What'd
at
he
the end
say?
of the day, he said, you know, I was just getting my fleet together. I didn't know the track when I came in. I'm not really sure about the circumstances for that, but basically I took that as he came in a little cold.
Well, then, we've got a lot of hope for you, Wild Type.
Well, if he heats up, it's all on.
Well, 3 packs. Here's his 3rd practice. This better be warming him up.
Goons looks warm. I'll give him that. Looking hot.
Yeah, I know. Beautiful drop ladder. Oh,
Just got
Wild
past.
type lap
really
one
nice
first.
pass.
Wow.
That was
Guns
Wild
lap
Type.
1 in
Yep.
second.
100%. Throttle and with the pass.
Gaining ground lap 1 in third.
Woo. It's just going to get better from here, too, Jesse.
God, I hope so. Just kidding.
Fly
Obviously,
boy
it
lap
will.
1 in fourth.
I mean, we're just in practice.
lap 2
I'm not
in
even
first.
looking too close. I'm just getting to
Wild
know.
type
Like,
lap
I'm
2 in
watching
second.
Goons. It's just so
60
sweet to see
seconds
how
remaining.
he handles some of these maneuvers. He throws that big split S so early and just rides it and controls it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a practice lap thing.
Gaining ground lap 2 in third.
Good to see Gaining Ground still
Guns
coming out for
finished in
Whooptopia.
first.
I love this guy. Old school
Wild
pilot. He
Type
came
finished
here.
in
I mean,
second.
let's see.
Flyboy lap 2 in fourth. 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, no, the chat seems to think they caught what Cam did not do. He did not grab that second 2-stack at the end of the first lap, so that Immelman
Gaining ground
looks like, and that's been a
finished in
common
third.
mistake by several people.
I'd say the most common mistake.
Yes, sir.
Well, a shame.
10
Yes,
seconds
yes,
remaining.
Ogre FPV Goons is that smooth.
Watching Gaining
Flyboy
Ground through his
finished in
practice
fourth.
round right now. Let's see. Last year he was
Finish
able
your
to take
lap and then
14th
land.
place in pro, so looking to improve upon that. The year before that he was advanced 8th, and the year before that advanced 1st. But way back in 2021, he actually took 6th place in Elite.
Wow. Yeah, but those were different times. Those were simpler times, Jesse.
The good old days.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, I'd rather be alive today. It's an exciting time in the whoop world to be alive, I'll tell you that.
I'm excited.
Gaining Ground also participated in IGAO's 2, 3, and 4, getting 209,
Race over.
387th, and 557th place, respectively.
You got it, buddy. You want me to run it through, Jess?
Hit it.
All right, hit it on up, Greg. We have some platinum sponsors right now for you. HD Zero, one of the beautiful feeds that you guys are seeing all over this track right now. Newbie Drone, one of the most run bind and flies on this race right now. We also have GemFan Hobby, Pyro Drone, Emax, Tiny Whoop sitting right next to me, and never last, never least, Perspective Image.
But let's not forget our title sponsor, presenting Whooptopia 2025, aka Whooptopia 7, the tiebreaker. We Bleed FPV coming through with the highest level possible, supporting Whooptopia, the greatest event in Tiny Whoop history. And what a huge thank you I want to say to Jeff joining us in the chat. You're still there? You're still out there, Jeff?
Hit us up. Hit us up, Jeff, if you're still out there.
I don't know if he's there.
So
Shout out to Quad Doc saying, am I still the only guy running Red Pine
I replied
on
immediately.
my whoops?
I fly Red Pine.
Yeah? Did you know my brother-in-law wrote Red Pine?
I did not.
Bryce Johnson.
Are you
Married
serious?
my sister, yeah.
Unbelievable.
What a guy.
small
He's also
world.
the guy that wrote all the code that we all use for Turtle Mode.
That's incredible.
He invented Turtle Mode,
He
2015.
invented Turtle Mode. I invented it. Like the piano
That's true.
necktie?
Exactly
Did
like
he
that.
invent that too?
That I can't answer.
He's so hot right now.
Well, it's time to race for realsies with our same pilots. Gaining ground, Flyboy 2000. Wait, excuse me. Yeah, Flyboy 2009.
Oh, he's here. Jeff says he's here.
Wild Type and Goons. So Goons chilling in the chat. He was able to take down 9th in advanced last year, so he's already rolling up. If he went from advanced to pro, especially as the skill went climbing way up, I would think he would have been in elite class last year.
I would think a lot of these people would have been elite last year, Jesse. This is just what we call a Royal Rumble at this point.
Royal Rumble in the Rumble in the
Arm
pro
your
class.
quads.
There's Goons in the stripes.
Starting on the tone in
There's
less
Flyboy
than
in the
3.
blue, gaining ground up close. Wild Type in the back.
Flyboy, a Southern pilot there, usually rolling with the 901 crew. His boy, one of his 901 guys, one of the originators of 901, Luke Steerborn, was here earlier, droner, with his lifetime crew. They kind of checked in on things and saw what we were all about today. Always good to see him.
Well, let's have a look at the course. Wild Type riding first place in front of Flyboy 2009. It looks like Gaining Ground now making moves as well.
Wild
Gaining Ground
Type
trying to
lap
creep
1
up
in
on
first.
Flyboy. Wild Type getting a sub 21-second lap
Flyboy
and
lap 1
screaming
in
right
second.
along. There's Flyboy. Let's bring
Gaining
across
Ground lap
Gaining
1
Ground
in third.
right behind him.
Goons lap
Less
1
than a
in
second
fourth.
behind Flyboy, and we've got Goons across in fourth as well. So nice and tight as we look ahead to Flyboy at the front of the pack. There's his drop ladder into the Emmelman. He's getting ready to round out lap number 2, starting his
Wild
final
Type lap
lap
2 in
with a
first.
22 following his 21. Lost about a second on his most recent lap, but he's got that second to manage right now because look,
Flyboy
Flyboy
lap 2
way
in second.
back.
Yep.
Flyboy 7-8 seconds behind Wild Type
Goons
right
lap
now.
2 in
I'm
There's
watching it.
Goons still gapping just
60
about the same
seconds
and
remaining.
separating nicely.
Gaining
Wild
ground
Type,
lap 2 in
Flyboy,
fourth.
Goons and Gaining Ground. Not a lot of action between these two pilots as they're flying nice and
Wild
smooth.
Type
Wild Type
finished
makes
in
it
Get in there.
official.
Get in there.
He's gonna
Not
have
yet.
to get in there.
Yeah, now it's official. Wow.
Well done. Let's see if we can get Flyboy.
Don't
Look
tease me like that.
Flyboy's getting some action from Goons. Goons pushing
Oh,
hard on
Flyboy with a bobble.
Goons finished
There it
in
is.
second.
Oh, Goons steals it from him.
Steals it from Flyboy.
That
Flyboy
was a
finished in
cookie
third.
jar robbery right there, Jesse.
Gaining
And
ground
just like
finished
that,
in
the
fourth.
direction of their careers in the
30
Whooptopia
seconds
Pro
remaining.
bracket
Wow.
completely swapped. Flyboy moves from what I thought was a
Race over.
shoe-win into the winner's bracket, now chilling in the consolation bracket where he's going to have to fight
I can't
for
believe that just
another
happened.
5 races.
Wow.
I'd love a slow-mo on that error that Flyboy made. I don't know what kind of slow-mos we could pull up, but I kind of want to see
Wow.
exactly what move cost him so much. Well, we'll bring him up in just a second, but in the meantime, time to look at Fresh Bread, Cruz, Ugellin, and our man Skittles.
Next up, round
Fresh
two, race
bread.
3.
He's been baking it in the oven all
Fresh bread
day.
on R1.
Let's go, baby.
Cruz
Another
on
one of my
R2.
Team Whoop Trek teammates
Gillen
and
on
brothers
R6.
over there.
Skittles on R7.
He's been patting that dough, letting it rise.
Absolutely. Yeah, kneading in the yeast, right? Getting it ready.
Fresh Bread recently moved from New Jersey to Nebraska, where he can chill with all of his Team Deadlock members.
Covered in flour.
Last year, he was able to get 7th in pro. Let's see if he can beat that this year.
I know he has it in him. He's been grinding, not only grinding, but you know, the Nebraska scene out there. He has injected new life into that scene. Honestly, one of the biggest proponents of racing in general, both UDL and 65 open class, and he's a force out there pushing it along.
That's so awesome to hear. And Cruz, you know, local guy, also from Arizona, and he last year spent some time in the enthusiast class. Somehow wound up 12th in enthusiast, but
Okay.
the year before that, 2023 got 4th in pro, 2022 got 8th in pro, now making his return to pro and trying to beat his best time so far, which again, 4th place. Can we put Cruz on the podium?
He's pulling a Michael Jordan on that one.
But where's Skittles? You're gonna notice, oh, Skittles is standing over there now.
Oh, thank
He
God.
told me he noticed that where he was standing in front of the camera was
Big breath
not
from
quite
Skittles.
as flattering.
Starting on the tone in less
He didn't
than
like
3.
the camera shot.
He didn't like it.
Here we go. Wait, we're practicing again, aren't we?
Yep.
It almost got me. It almost got me again.
Look on board with Cruz.
Oh, Cruz.
Contact, gets ground pounded. I thought he was going to hit fresh bed, but he got snuck up on from behind and pushed straight down with an overpass.
Unbelievable.
So fresh bread looking nice and good.
But it's okay, though. Like I said, they're just practicing. They get time. They get 2 minutes.
If you look out on the course with your eyeballs, you'll see fresh bread, just like all of the Team Deadlock, always rocking LEDs.
Fresh bread
All
lap
the
one in
LEDs.
first.
Now in first
Cruz
place with
lap one
tons
in
of action.
second.
Cruz is right on him in this
lap one
practice
in
round.
third.
Power to weight be damned.
What does that mean?
That means that they don't mind adding more weight. to
Oh,
be
it's
bright.
it's 0.16 grams.
It's still weight.
Yeah, but the effect on your power to weight is a fraction of a percent.
I want to see what Doge has to say about that.
Doge agrees, but he doesn't care.
Cruz lap
He's
2
still
in
cutting it
first.
off.
60
He
seconds
actually asked
remaining.
me for LEDs, but he was kind of just teasing me.
Yeah.
My question is always,
Skittles
what
lap 2 in third.
weight would you accept for LEDs? Because there's a point where it actually does help you traffic-wise. It makes it easier for all the other pilots to see you. How much weight would you accept if it kept
O'Gillen lap 2
second
and
place
fourth.
from colliding?
What did you say that you thought that the... I mean, it depends on
Cruz
the
finished
LEDs. I
in
can tell you a
first.
lot of the ones Fresh Bread can run are a little bit heavier than
Skittles
that. But
finished in
what were you
second.
saying the weight was that you thought?
30 seconds
0.16
remaining.
grams
0.16?
for 4 LEDs and 4 wires taking it all the way to the battery. Total weight gain, 0.16 grams.
Man, I'm going to have to see what he's running because last time I talked to him, it was a little bit heavier than that. But what would I be willing to accept? I'd be willing to accept that.
O'Gillen finished in fourth.
Well, let's make it happen. I brought LEDs.
10 seconds
I'll
remaining.
even strap them on.
You'll strap him onto every quad?
On your quad.
Fresh Bread's been... Why do I
Yeah,
feel like
Fresh
this,
Bread
I feel like this
uses
is
08
collusion right now.
Fresh Bread uses 0805 LEDs.
That's what I'm
Finish
saying.
your
They're
lap and
heavier
then
than what
land.
you were
Tiny
just
bit bigger
describing,
and unnecessarily so. They don't actually provide more light.
Yeah.
But the 0603, that's 0.6 millimeters by 0.3 millimeters in size with the world's tiniest wires supporting them all the way to the battery, and it makes your quad look so much bigger.
He's been trying to get me to put LEDs
Race
on my
over.
quad for 2 years now. I somehow sense collusion right now. You haven't talked to him about this, have you?
I've talked to everybody in my life about this.
So did Fresh Bread tell you to tell me to put LEDs on my quad?
No.
Would you
I
tell me
told
if he
him
did?
to tell you to put LEDs on his quad.
Ah. Now
But
it
you know,
comes full
that's
circle.
4, so we could cut it in half. If you're only willing to take 0.08 grams on board, you got it. We could just do 2 LEDs instead of 4. Put them on the back. That way, the guy chasing you down, no difference to him, still looks like a guy with 4 LEDs.
If I could get one of those tail chips, right, that goes on the BT 2.0 that was green, you know, that matched my board cubes, I'd do it.
They're here. They're like arriving now.
What?
There's a huge batch that's arriving like right now.
Well,
I'll toss one at you.
then take my money. That's all I can say.
Nice pictures. We got Dan's Fro picture
I love
from
it.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I love that they chose his license. I saw that actual license, by the way, the other day.
How'd it look?
It looked pretty beat up. I'm not gonna lie. And it had a hole clipped in it for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's almost
Fat
like he wore it.
Pastor, what's going on, Marty? Good to see you in the chat. Hey, Robert Muller's here. Hello. Glad you're here, supporting the fam. Mini Rolls Rule saying LEDs are the best.
LEDs make you fast. That's like saying that wearing pink makes you fast.
Oh, and Zer's here saying Black Horse PCBs are cool. The BT2 one. Yeah, that's actually what we're talking about.
Exactly
So
what we're
shout
talking
out to
about.
Stephen Merrill, one of the pioneers of ultralight flight, embracing the 603 motor back in the day because he was so dedicated
Yep.
to ultra lightweight flight, and now that's just become the standard. The trend is going crazy.
100%.
Cheers, Robert.
Arm your quads.
All right, here we go.
Starting
This
on
one
the
is
tone
not
in
practice
less than
anymore,
3.
Jesse.
Jared Allen saying, looking smooth, fresh bread.
All right, and we have launched here, Jesse. This one's for realsy, as we got Fresh Bread out there in front.
Woo! Look at Cruz's view right now.
So beautiful. Looking down the bottom left with you gelling right now. We're not going to talk about positioning, obviously, because we're in a bracket race. But Skittles looking strong with somebody in his view right now. Who is that, Jesse?
Oh, I don't know. I'm watching the front of the pack. Ugellum followed by Cruz. Skittles is at the back, so that could have been Fresh Bread.
Absolutely.
But Fresh Bread's pushing hard now, trying to catch up.
Ugellum
Let's bring
lap
across
one in
Ugellum.
first.
Lap number 1. First place brings in a
Cruz lap
22
one in
second lap.
second.
There's Cruz, like I
Fresh
say, in
Bread lap
second.
one
Fresh
in
Bread
third.
still in third. Now Skittles
Skittles
trying to
lap
make
one
that
in
push.
fourth.
And as he does, winds up on his lid. A single turtle gets him back up. Let's bring him around as Ugelin at the halfway point through this heat. There's his second dive, approaching the drop ladder. Let's keep it nice and smooth for the front, Ugelin. These are for realsies.
Oh, yeah.
We want to keep it alive in the winner's bracket.
Get him. Freshbred needs to push right now if he wants to catch him, Jesse. He's going around,
Cruise
hitting that
lap 2 in
Immelman,
second.
coming back soon. Okay, here we go, buddy. Next lap, let's go.
Lap 2 in third.
Freshbred's got a lot of ground to
60
do to make
seconds
up on
remaining.
Cruz. There's no real fight for
Skittles
first
lap
place
2
right
in
now
fourth.
unless Ugelin really takes a hardcore dive, and there he goes.
Yep, the battle's between second and third right now. Does he
So-
have the space? Oh, he's confused. He did that twice. There he goes. He's got it now.
Anyway, Cruz made the pass, now into first place. Ugelin trying to catch him, but look, Freshbred is almost there. Let's bring it across. Ugelin going to make it
Cruz finished
official.
in
First place,
first.
he's not in there, though. Get in there, Cruz. Cruz, get
Ugelin
in there.
finished in
Oh,
second.
there it is.
Ugelin takes first. Cruz is
30
still
seconds
not
He's
remaining.
still
across
not
the
in.
plane.
Freshbred can still get in.
Freshbred
Get in there.
Freshbred gets in.
Freshbred
Cruz
is
didn't
in.
get in.
Skittles finished in
We got to
third.
look at this again. I'm sure they're going to review
Cruz
that.
didn't get in.
How could he not?
Still not in.
Wow. Where is he?
Am I tripping?
I don't know.
I don't think Cruz got in. I hope I'm wrong, guys. Oh, buddy, hit mute.
10 seconds. Race over.
Cruz is in? Thank goodness. Okay, here we go. Watch Cruz. Cruz needs to get in there. Okay, not in. Still not in. We're looking at the outside of the gate on Cruz's screen. Let's start to tick forward.
He did not get in, is what AK is saying.
You psyched me out hard, dude.
I saw 3 in there.
Which 3? It
It's
matters.
a good question.
I don't think Cruz got in, but it's easy to go forward in time and find out. Unless they just already know.
You would think.
I
No,
think we
AK
already-
literally just said, I don't think he got in. So,
Oh man, Cruz, I love you, dude. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna
Cruz,
see it.
trying to get in. Nope, not in. Never got up again after that one. And look, here goes Freshbred.
Yeah, and here-
Freshbred's
that was
in,
Skittles.
And now he rainbows. Cruz, oh, I'm so sorry, bro. You know, I don't mind a little bit of Crashgate drama, but not the misunderstanding
yeah.
kind.
Yeah. Do you think that was what it was?
There's no way he would park there.
He just didn't realize that he had to go into the crash gate at this stage in the game.
It is weird. It is weird when you put it like that. This isn't the only DVR review for this battle, though. We're going to take a look at... Oh, yes, it is.
Unfortunate right
there's
there.
a look at the crash
Yeah.
gate, and he's spanking the bottom. That's Cruz
Yeah,
sitting
he
on
knew.
the carpet.
He knew.
Now, as he sits there, you're going to watch another quad. Oh, so now he tries to get in. Taps the top.
Wow.
Taps the top. Back landing on the outside.
Did he just go
and
down
he'll
and break at this
never
point?
get up again.
Yeah. He knew. He
And
broke.
There goes Freshbred spiking into the crash gate overhead. My goodness.
No, he couldn't get in. He probably wanted to. He probably wanted to try a third time.
I don't know. Well, it's not over. We're
He
in the
didn't give up.
preliminary round.
Next up, round 2, race 4. T-Mad on R1. Scrap Heap on R2. Cube on R6.
Without a strike,
J4Y on R7.
Cruz and
I am
Skittles
Gross
will be
98
jumping
says
down to
jelly
race
fresh
number
bread
7.
sandwich. That sounds delicious.
Yum. T-Mad's about to show up for his last round of practice here. I love this guy, Thomas Madigan from South Dakota. It's not his first Whooptopia. Let's see. Last year he got pro 13th place, trying to improve upon that right now. He's also been a Tiny Whoop Open 2 years in a row, and both times got 13th place in the S tier, which is the highest level of the Tiny Whoop Open. He was a part of Race Gau's 1, 2, and 3, placing well in all of them. Also played iGao 3 and 4. Hardcore community participant. How did he get into drones? He joined a club at the University of North Dakota.
Interesting. Well, like usual, the chat seems to have answered our question, Jesse.
Thank you, chat. We've got Cube in this one too. Ryan Quellet is here. You might know him from his epic YouTube channel, all about HD0 and the technology we've got for HD0 that he's made a big part in helping out. And if you're here on site and you want to take a sneak peek at the next goggles being released by HD0, you might be able to catch a peek if you walk over and talk to him. He's being pretty open and sharing all of that to try to get a little bit of help. Jay's here as well. We mentioned from California. I just was out there. He helped host. There he is looking at the camera. Almost like he can hear me talking about him. He
Ears
helped
are
me
burning.
host the Tiny Whoop West Coast Championships, and he also competed. And look, There's Isley Q right behind Ryan.
She's spotting for him. That'd be so awesome.
She is. And she's got her little HD0 screen.
That's too cute.
Is it just me, or do these pilots look a little impatient?
They do. They're about to yell at AK for a change.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Well, here we go.
We're off.
Final round of practice.
Oh, thank God you reminded me of that.
Scrap Heap crushing right now.
Ooh,
love it when he
T-Mad.
gets out like this. So let's send him to the cork first, and now into the dive gate. Scrap Heap, nice and big and wide here on this practice round. Wow, he's pushing a lot of air. Taps the top of the triple stack.
Good
gate.
recovery, though.
Yep, instant awareness.
Scrap Heap lap 1 in first.
Jay trying to catch him right now.
J4Y
Barely
lap 1
right
in
behind
second.
him. About a second
lap
and
1
a
in
second
third.
point 9. Well, a little less.
Yeah, just to tread right back to that one, Jesse, what I was
T-Mad
saying
lap
with
1
that
and
when the
4.
chat said they answered it for us is that they noticed that what happened to him is after he made his second attempt on that one, he
J4
browned
won
out.
lap 2 in
I guess he
first.
had like 2-point-something
60
volts on his
seconds
back.
remaining.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, that's why he couldn't do it a
Cube
third
lap
time.
2
I
in
knew it
third.
So
wasn't.
he couldn't get off the ground.
No, he had nothing left. He had no
So
mas.
you get 2 strikes and you're out at
Pretty
that
much.
at that stage
He
in
had
the game.
2 chances. Yeah,
That aligns with his rainbow as well.
correct. Yeah.
Good call, chat, and thank you for that.
T-Mad lap 2 in fourth.
Props off. I missed a
J4Y
lot of racing
finished in
today.
first.
It's true, but you're here for the best parts.
That's right.
You did miss one heck of a finals for advanced class.
I have to
say.
actually, yeah.
Scrappy
If you
finished
missed
in
it
second.
advanced, I would
30
go back and watch
seconds
it.
remaining.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Absolutely. Just wrapping up this last practice pack here for this final group, I'm assuming. And then we're going for realsies all the time after that?
10
That's right.
seconds remaining.
Excellent. Ooh, Crap Heap takes his goggles off, looking satisfied with himself.
You think he likes that name?
Crap Heap, yeah. He actually put a piece of tape on the S
T-Mad
last night.
finished
Good.
in third.
In that case, I'll support it too.
He gave me a ride this morning.
Race
told me.
over.
Well, one more to finish. Let's bring in Jay. Practice in the pro class is officially done. And now's when it gets real, because we just got one more race in the preliminary round before we know everybody who's going up and going down.
Ryan Shoeface says, let's you and me make a fresh bread sandwich. What does that even mean? I don't know what you're saying. Know what I'm saying? I don't. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
String Bean was there, props off. You're going to love it. I'm not going to give any spoilers, okay? Boosted says, looking good, Jay. Couldn't agree more.
You guys
Just
are
about
on
to sit.
deck.
Callie says she sees sleep.
Plugging in on the block. You can see some of our pilots choosing those epic little LED launch pads. Some of them not. I personally don't understand. I guess you want a little tackiness. Sure, take it. But you are sacrificing a little bit of ground effect to get those cool LEDs.
Skittles just came over to remind us how lucky he has. He has the luck of the rainbow.
What does that mean? Congratulations.
Yeah. He's got a horseshoe in there somewhere. If you're not first, you're last, or sometimes when you're last, you're first. That's all there is to it.
Skittles telling us how he had a double. He finished fourth, but still moved on due to 2 technical issues with the pilots that beat him.
He just totally blew up Ricky Bobby's theory. That's all I know. You could be first, you could be second, hell, you could be 10th if you want to.
Hey, thanks it, Mom. Yeah, how are we doing on likes for this one, guys? It's the pro class. Let's bump it up. Let's crush that hundo early, guys.
We're at
Arm
99.
your quads.
All
212
right,
Starting
watching.
on the tone in less than 3.
212.
We got
Come on,
this.
guys, step up.
We got this.
We could get 200 easy.
All right, this is for realsies.
They all are from now on. Man, I'm really enjoying watching Scrap Heap fly. Big error by Cube. You hate to see that at the beginning of your first real race.
Absolutely.
There's Scrap Heap getting past. I believe that was Jay.
Nice knife edge.
Jay and Scrap Heap side by side going into the dive. My goodness, Scrap Heap got out first, but it is lightning fast right now. These guys are about as close as it gets. Jay with the big bobble now touching the ground. Scrap Heap starting to run away with it. Let's bring around to lap number 2 with a 28.9. Here comes T-Mad.
T-Mad coming in right now. He is taking the lead, Jesse, as he is on the lead lap. Virgin air for him.
Scrap Heap's in front. He's just got a giant hole shot according to the timing system.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, don't pay attention to the numbers on the screen. But yeah, T-Mad now starting to slip farther back, and Jay's looking like he may have made the pass. Yes, he did. Jay's in front of T-Mad now. Scrap Heap's still in the first place position. Crosses over onto his final lap. Although he's showing
60
fourth.
seconds remaining.
So let's see what we can do with Jay. Jay now, yeah, still comfortably in front of T-Mad as Cube continues to struggle at the back of the pack.
There it triggers him.
Scrap Heap through his final dive gate. He's got one more major section of this course to negotiate.
He's that far ahead.
Yeah, he's just crushing.
So T-Mad in second right now. Definitely it's between him and Cube right now, but
Jay's still in second.
Cube lap 2 and
but T-Mad is getting a lot closer to Jay riding second place right now. Scrap Heap's in the box, so let's see if Jay can keep it smooth here and try to stay in front of T-Mad. Looking pretty good. 2 more gates, a little bit sloppy on the penultimate gate. Jay makes it happen and drops a deuce on this qualifier. Now he's through the preliminary round, maybe 3 seconds in front of T-Mad. And I didn't get to watch the end of Cube's flight, but it looked like he made it. Is he in there?
Race over.
He might have pitted. He went gray.
That could be. That could be. So, ladies and gentlemen, that crushes our preliminary round here in the Pro Class. Maybe we can take a quick glance. I mean, maybe it's not updated yet, but I'm excited to see the double elimination bracket because first thing we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is roll right into race number 5, an elimination round. We're going to bring in FPV Cam, Flyboy, Gaining Ground, and Pickle Rick to see who will be knocked out early from this Pro Class double elimination bracket. And all 4 of these, I mean, can you believe it? If Cam or Flyboy or Gaining Ground or Pickle Rick were to leave now, yet 2 of them must.
It's unfortunate, but it has to happen. Yeah, Brazen says he's applied likes from every one of his YouTube accounts at this point.
What a guy. How we looking?
Oh, we're well over 100 at this point.
Flyboy on R2.
But we're going for 200.
Can we get 200? I want 200 for Elite for sure. But we need it for this first.
We can do it for this one.
Yeah, we're already at 110. 229 watching. Hit it. Smash it. Like it.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Rec. Cube has that fancy pit mode.
He does. Dr. Ride and Bagzilla, not to mention Dr. Gregory saying, calling out Jay. He's one heck of a guy. We love him. Joe Doe saying we're 90% of the way there.
Yep, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Callie FPV saying, wow, Flyboy's picture is so good. Did you take that, Callie? Go out on a limb. Wait, Jen Hype, are you here as well? Are you coming through on all your accounts on behalf of us just for smashing like status? Because you know I love that.
Certainly looks that way.
It's going to make me want to request another rap.
All right, we got butts and chairs, Jesse. Quads are about to be in the air. Oh, Gaining Ground pulls his goggles up again, so does Cam.
That's Pickle over there asking them to chill for 1 second.
No worries. Hit him if you got him, boys. Pickle Rick having a little bit of trouble over there in the corner as he has got goggles down again, looking to check in on some final settings maybe.
He just had his channel wrong. To clarify the channel, he'll be up in just 1 sec.
Oh, give him the wave.
I don't think it was the channel now that I'm looking at it.
I'm not sure what's wrong with him. I just know he's...
Something else is going on.
Yeah.
Meantime, Flyboy appears to be changing some settings.
Last
What's up,
minute.
dude?
What's that?
Yep. Yep. First race, first elimination race.
Sorry? Yeah, this is the same first elimination.
So I would hate to be Cam right now because I've said it before, but I cannot chill in my goggles that long. He looks like he's just primed, ready to arm the moment someone says arm.
Yeah, Cam is focused, Bagzilla.
All right, well, we're moving into a little bit of a holding pattern. Maybe it's a great time
Yeah.
to say what's up to our sponsors. I'd love to shout out to our diamond level sponsors, if that's okay. Just for a minute, let's see if we can squeeze these out before these pilots finally get their stuff.
Oh, I think
in
we have
gear.
the time.
Thank you so much to our diamond level sponsors, and of course I'm talking about Happy Model, Foxier, Vifly, Rexco, Neo's UV Creations, Fractal Engineering, Beta FPV, HQ Prop, Velocidrone, Team Whooptrek, VCI, Radio Master RC, and Custom FPV. Thank you so much, diamond level sponsors,
Absolutely.
for coming through, supporting Whooptopia number 7, Whooptopia 2025, as we get ready for our first elimination race here in the Pro Class bracket. Race number 5, and the pilots are still standing
Yeah,
around.
you know what,
looking-
Jesse? We have
looking
time.
Confused.
Let's talk about some amazing gold sponsors. We got a whole list of those too.
Kick it.
All right, guys. Gold sponsors. We got iGow. We got Underground Drone League, Tune RC, Infinity Loops, Drone Champs, Westminster, California, T-Motor, Hoot FPV, my man Geo Ram 65, and Denmark out in New York, Share Challenge, Wreck Drones, and never last, never least, Mr. Props Off himself.
Props off. Hope you're still joining us out there.
Absolutely.
There's something real fishy going on with video on Pickle Rick's channel. That's the lower right you see right there.
Mhm.
It's just looking real.
It's looking sketch.
Yeah, something is wrong. So we're gonna let them figure it out.
Yeah, Race Ops is definitely working it out. At this stage in the game, I know Race Ops will try to give them all the time they can, and see if we can't get it sorted. Oh, Pickle Rick he's going back for another one. Guys are getting up again.
Yeah, it looks like more and more people unplugging. I just
Mhm.
want to shout out to one of our platinum sponsors, if I could, real quick, during this little break, because not a lot of people know this, but my buddy Bob, who now owns Emacs, a long time ago, software developer, quit his day job because he wanted to develop a brushless motor simulator. After he did that, he moved on to actually opening brushless motor manufacturing, and after he accomplished that goal, went all the way to creating little quads all by himself that became the Hawk series. I'm talking about the Emacs Baby Hawk, the Emacs Tiny Hawk, the Emacs Nano Hawk, and you probably know as well as I do how many pilots were inspired to take up the gift of flight.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact,
My first
there
drone was from Emacs.
Yeah, what was it?
It was a Hawk 250 or a Nighthawk 250, one of the old ones.
Awesome.
You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about Simon K. ESC times.
The Emacs team would like to thank the entire FPV community of pilots for all the support over the years, and they've asked me to urge viewers like you to share FPV with your friends and family. Emacs, I'm so proud to be your commercial neighbor and proud to have you as a platinum sponsor of Whooptopia 2025. Thanks so much for all the support. I see some quads. Are they lit? Yeah, pilots
oh,
are
yeah.
in chairs,
Pilots
and
are
we
in
got
chairs.
goggles down.
Yep.
We're
ready.
wondering if it's going to happen. Did the mystery get solved?
Looks like I see video from him at least. I think Pickle Rick has gotten back into this dimension. He took a little break, right? He portaled out for a minute, but he's back.
Let's hope nothing strange happens during this heat.
I always hope that.
Me too.
Especially the nice guys like Lonnie. Oh, his goggles are up again. What is going on, my dude? And they're getting up again. Here we go. The thing of it is, right, is I'm sure there's a lot of people going like, why do they have to get at this level? These guys want all the Maz, right? They're not going to let it sit there. I don't care if they have pit mode or not. They're not going to let it sit there and let their Maz cook at
It's
the end
true.
of the day.
Yeah, burning capacity is not what you want going into an elimination race.
Nope.
But it's great because I was actually really hoping to mention some of our gold sponsors,
Absolutely.
if you guys don't mind, because I got to say a personal thank you to all of these gold sponsors coming through to support on the gold level. Of course, I'm talking about the International Game of Whoop. That's iGow, Underground Drone League. Stay tuned tomorrow for some UDL racing. Tune RC, Infinity Loops, Drone Champs, T-Motor, Hoot FPV, Share Challenge, Wreck Drones, local here, and of course Props Off. We shouted you out just a moment ago, but Props Off, thanks for all you do. We saw your little commercial. Wasn't it great?
Yeah, it's excellent.
I love that, Scooter.
Yeah.
Well, once again, they're in chairs, but what does it mean?
I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day right now, Jesse. I mean, they just keep sitting
4
down.
goggles down. We're getting sick of looking at you guys.
Are you saying they're going to go this time? Don't tease me like that.
I'm not sure because I don't see perfect video on Pickle Rick's
On
channel,
your
and that's what
quads.
stopped us.
We
in
got
the
an
first
arm.
place.
Starting on the tone in
We're gonna
level
try
3.
it. We're gonna try it.
Let's give it a whirl.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm optimistically cautious. All right, here we go.
There they go. Pretty awesome hole shot. And then we've got a lot of traffic at the beginning of lap number 1 always, but
Oh, yeah.
side-by-side action for Flyboy and FPV Cam. There's a nice little barrel roll as Cam skips it right through that crash gate in front of Flyboy 2009. Let's see if we can bring someone else up to meet up with them. Gaining ground, trying to push in 3rd place, but FPV Cam now scooting farther and
FPV
farther
Cam
ahead
lap
in
one
front
in
of
first.
Flyboy 2009.
Flyboy
Crossing
lap
across
one in
his first
second.
lap, 23.22,
Gaining ground lap one in third.
about a second and a half in front of Flyboy 2009, but gaining ground's also across. Let's bring Pickle Rick in just a moment, slipping a little bit farther back. Meanwhile, FPV Cam having a much better race this
Pickle
time.
Rick lap one
He's
in
about to get
fourth.
crossed over. Oh, look, he almost missed that section you called.
Yep.
Goes
FPV
back
Cam
for it.
lap two
He's
in
actually
first.
got the time in front of
Flyboy
Flyboy,
lap
but
2 in
closes the
second.
gap considerably. Let's see if Flyboy can find another error on
60
behalf of
seconds remaining.
FPV Cam and finally take advantage. He corks it into the dive. FPV Cam still riding clean in
Gaining
first
ground
place.
lap
Yep.
2 in
Send him
third.
up that high slalom, and it's time for the ladder
Here
drop.
we go. Oh,
And
no.
there's a big error. Where's Flyboy?
thing is
Farther
cursed.
and farther back.
Pickle
Oh,
Rick
Cam.
lap 2 in fourth.
Pickle
FPV
Rick.
He's got
Cam
time.
finished
He's
in
got time. He's
first.
okay.
Gotta get in there.
Get in there. All
All
right.
right.
Good job, Cam. All right.
He's in. So let's have a look at Flyboy.
Flyboy
There,
finished
There
Flyboy
it
makes
is.
it official and
Well
gets
done,
across
Flyboy.
too. This
All right.
is
30
awful
seconds
news for Gaining Ground and Pickle Rick, ladies and gentlemen.
2 people I never want to
Gaining
see go
ground
home.
finished in third.
At least they got to go home with good video.
Yeah.
Pickle Rick,
Yeah.
you know,
Agreed.
we don't want him to be flying blind and then not know how he would have done if he didn't have
Exactly.
terrific video. So respect to
10
the
seconds
race
remaining.
ops for getting
Pickle
everything
Rick
right
finished
before
in
we fired
fourth.
off that round.
Absolutely, Jesse. And as I mentioned before, they generally will, you know, especially in a bracket finals like this, they'll try to give them all the time they can within
Race
reason.
over.
Cali FPV saying, good job, Flyboy. Proud gal right here.
Yep, absolutely. Well, the Puppet Master is still in control of the pro class at this point. Let's see what he's got as he bumps on up.
He's keeping it alive, but right now we're going to bounce from the sad bracket all the way back up to the happy bracket. Race number 6, going to be in the winner's bracket. These guys have won their first 2 rounds. I'm looking at Wild Type, Rog 1, Redfin, and Goons getting ready for race number 6. Rog 1, I asked him how he got into FPV, and he just said one word, scrap heap.
Interesting. So that's his fellow Seattle guy out there, call out? Is that what that is?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
No,
he is.
Scrap Heap isn't Seattle, is he?
I didn't think so, but Rog 1 is. Connor definitely is a Seattle guy out
Yeah,
there.
he's from Washington.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how. Maybe he got up. Maybe I know he was out there maybe at one point. I think he's in the Detroit area now, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he transcends space and time.
Bringing in Wild Type also in just a minute. Wild Type was inspired to fly by my close friend Matty Stunts. You remember Matty Stunts?
I definitely remember Matty Stunts. Absolutely.
This guy made so many waves with his high camera angle
Yeah,
freestyle.
65
back
degree,
in the day.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made it bend the mind of every pilot who saw it or non-pilot. You know, when you watch somebody do tricks that take advantage of an extremely high camera angle, and he would sometimes push the GoPro angle a bit higher than his camera angle.
Yep.
So 60 to 65, 65 to 70, and the Matty flip was born. The half
Absolutely.
Matty was born. The trippy spin was born, although he called it something different. He got out of the game, but I love Matty. I got to meet him and fly with him in person in California 2015, but he wasn't the kind of guy that got on a lot of planes.
Yeah.
So it was hard to meet up with him, but still a hardcore member of the family. And if you
One
want
of the OGs.
if you want to understand what the Matty revolution is about and why there's a trick called a Matty flip right now, go to Matty FPV, Matty Stunts.
Yeah. I mean, he's right up there with Schizo and
YouTube.
all those old OGs.
For sure. Yeah, go watch him on YouTube, and he's got just so many beautiful videos dancing under bridges and around extremely tall trees, doing the kind of thing you would never
Next up,
expect.
round
He
two,
also
race
made
6.
tutorials.
Nightwing's in the
Wild
chat
type
saying,
on
"What up?
R1.
What's up, Nightwing?
ROG1 on
How
R2.
you feeling, buddy?
Redfin on R6. Guns on R7.
You're just in time for the winner's bracket race, race number 6. We're just getting started here in the pro class bracket.
I got a call out from, I think, the Heaps lady there. He says, yes, he transcends space and time. Phoenix and Detroit by the way of Olympia, Washington. So you know what?
Nice.
I think we had it all right, my friend.
Nailed
Every
it.
bit of it. Nailed it. And I don't even have a fancy computer.
Skytex remembers when Matty was the new hotness. You know, Matty Stunts and everything he did, it is eternal.
Yeah.
It'll live on forever.
100%.
He carries he's the one guy that actually earned a trick name. Like, who
Army
else has
quads.
one?
Starting on
Too
the
many.
tone in less than 3.
Yeah, I don't respect a lot of the, people want to commemorate themselves with a trick name, but
Yeah.
it turns out that trick's been done for years. But
100%.
not the case with Matty. Well, nobody's going home at the end of this race, but I still want to know what happens. Wild type with a really rough start. And
Absolutely.
already got a lot of ground to make up. I look ahead, and at first I was looking at Redfin, but no, Goons is in front of him. Goons riding first place, then Redfin, then Wild type, then ROG1.
Oh, Goons.
Goons with a big error,
Yeah.
so let's glance at Redfin. He sees the traffic ahead of him and chokes. Sorry, Redfin, didn't mean to put it like that.
It
Wild
happens.
type lap 1 in
Rogue
first.
One now in second behind Wild Type, who crosses over with
Guns
a
lap
29,
one
an
in third.
uncharacteristically slow
Redfin
lap for
lap
Wild
one in
Type.
fourth.
Rogue One gets by 2 seconds behind him. Now Wild Type with a huge makeup in the first lap and a big bobble right after his dive gate opens the door. Let's see if Goons can get there. Doesn't look like it because Wild Type is absolutely screaming, but Goons is close. So not enough breathing room. They share a course feature. They share the
60
element. They're going to
seconds
cross over
remaining.
within a second of each other
Wild Type
onto
lap
their
2 in
final lap.
first.
Let's see what happens here.
I can't
Guns
believe
lap
Wild
one
Type
in
came
third.
back.
Yeah, can we make it through with no errors? That's what they need right now. Wild Type needs it, and Goons needs Wild Type to have an error while he keeps his clean run. But
Oh,
looks
come
to
on,
me,
Wild Type. Get back into it. There you go, buddy.
Red-
Wild
Redfin
Type
lap
with
2
the
in
bobble,
fourth.
but
He
it's
is
not
going
enough.
crazy right now.
He's getting way farther ahead now.
Yeah, he's lost.
He's pulling away.
I don't know if he hit that other pylon either, Jess.
He's really.
Yes,
Wild
you
Type
saw him
finished
do
in
like 3
first.
spins in a row like that. That's gonna
30
get
seconds
reviewed.
remaining.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
But we did get him across. I think
Will
he's
it
got
stand?
in the gates,
Oh,
and Goons is in there too. Now ROG One's in there too.
It's just a pylon. I don't know if he went back and got it. We'll see.
I wonder if they'll review that.
I think most of the time they review
Redfin
anything that looks
finished in
weird.
fourth.
If they
10
caught it.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Let's hope they did.
Race over.
Looks
Oh,
like they're going to call
yeah,
it. They're going to
yeah.
confirm it.
I think they're gonna make it official.
In the pro class with
There it
that
is.
heat. ROG1 and Redfin. You guys, Redfin, you can stay on your channel, but ROG1, you're going R7. Wild Type and Goons, you can stay on your channel.
Yeah, he was coming along that back half of the track, Jesse, and he, where you have to swing way out and then come back on that slalom part of the track. And I'm just not sure. Like I said, he definitely they would have caught it and called it if he didn't. But he basically went like that and then went off wacky, right? Went over the middle element, did like 2 circles looking for where he had to go, and then jumped back. And I think when he did it, he did cut back in around that pylon. He just did it so quickly when he figured out where he was.
I must have been glancing away, but I do trust the officials here. These are the best of the best.
Best of the best is right.
Let's look at race number 7. Fresh Bread, Cruise, Cube, and T-Mad.
Yep. Well, Wild Type and Goons already punching their ticket into that first semifinal, race number 11.
When asked how he found out about FPV, Fresh Bread said, "My future self traveled back in time and told me to do it. At some point, I will have to do the same thing to my past self."
Wow. That's deep.
Mind blowing.
Yep.
Fresh Bread would like to thank any YouTuber who
hey,
posts
buddy.
solutions to common problems within this hobby.
Hey, do you want to play with Tasty for a little
Come
while?
on in.
Yeah, here.
Step up.
Hey, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna let Jesse play with Tasty for a little while because I think that'll be fun.
I mean, we don't have to call it that. Till he comes back.
Yeah, or just you could ride it out if you want. It's all good. All right, man.
Awesome. What's up, dude? Great to sit with you. So here's how this works.
All right.
When it's green, everybody can hear you. When it's
Okay.
red, nobody can hear
Next
you.
up,
And if you
round
want to
two,
talk to
race
Greg,
7.
hold this button
Fresh
down.
bread
It'll
on
mute you
R1.
on the mic. You'll be able to talk
Cruise
to
on
Greg,
R2.
and then when you let go, it goes back.
Cube
All
on
right,
R6.
so like that,
If you need to adjust your
T-Mat
mic,
on
if you need to
R7.
sneeze, take a drink, take a cough, just
Mute.
mute it really quick because
All right.
you can hear everything. When
Yeah.
like
you
if
don't
I
want
took
that.
it off
Army
and set it
quads.
down, it'd be like bang, bang,
Starting
bang.
on the tone in less than 3.
I got you. Here we go. We're starting it off.
We're here for an elimination race with Fresh Bread, Cruz, Cube, and T-Man. It's hard to say goodbye to two of these guys already. It's been so early. Fresh Bread with a really nice start. He's already punching over the split S, and look at the action on Cruz's screen. He just had contact, but it was so light. Look, he's still
Yeah,
in the
he's
thick
still
of it.
holding it up and right in front of him.
I think that was more contact.
No crashes though on them. They continue in and starting lap number 2 just in a second. Fresh Bread is very smooth.
There's
there
contact.
we go.
Cruz
Yep.
got
One in
clocked.
first.
Fresh Bread crosses over onto his
T-Mad lap
first
one in
lap.
second.
In the books,
Cube lap
26.3.
1 in third.
Cruz still
Cruz
in the
lap
thick
1
of
in
it,
fourth.
flying right alongside T-Mad.
Oh, their Fresh Bread takes a big bobble, but he recovers very quickly.
These guys have got to stop fighting, but Fresh Bread still looking good. There's his second dive gate. That's the halfway point for the heat.
Oh, Fresh Bread just to the left of that gate, hits into it, has to reset and back up.
Now Cruz takes the lead, now in first place on that Emmelman at the back of the course. Let's bring him
60
around to
seconds
start his
remaining.
final lap.
T-Mad lap 2
Ooh,
in
another
first.
one down. That one
Cruz
was
lap 2
for
in
who's
second.
bottom left on the screen there.
Cube, look
Cube.
on this screen.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
T-Mad now in first. Second place is Cruz
Bread
and
lap
flying
2 in
cleanly.
third.
Let's see if he can catch up.
Cube lap 2 in fourth.
Here's the dive, and look how close it is between
T-Mad and Cruz. Yes, so close.
So I'm watching that drop ladder at the back of the course. T-Mad now makes a pass in the front. Cruz trying to reach up to catch him, but he's not going to make it in
30
time.
seconds.
There it is.
Oh yes, T-Mad
First one
first.
in the
Finished in
gate
first.
was T-Mad. Now Cruz
Cruz
in
finished in
second, and
second.
look at the gap they've got over Cube and Fresh
Fresh
Bread.
Bread finished in third.
Fresh Bread taking the third, and Cube will take the fourth. But between Cruz and T-Mad, they could see each. That was only like a few feet of
After 3
difference
laps.
after 3
10
laps
seconds
coming into the
remaining.
finish.
Who you rooting for between
Cube
those two?
finished in fourth.
For T-Mad and
Race
Cruz, I'm gonna put it on T-Mad.
Nice.
And
I love Cruz too, and he's like been a major help, hardcore Arizona member, but T-Mad won me over during qualifying.
T-Mad's a good dude. I'm also rooting a lot for Fresh Bread here. Fresh Bread helped me a lot out with my setup for this year. Changed my frame out because of him. Different way to route my RX wiring. Even set up some rates and some tuning, which made it a lot smoother of a flight for those drones.
Nice.
He does a lot of black box testing and back testing on that, and I really respect him for what he does there. He knows what he's doing. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Fresh
A little bit of a
Bread.
DVR review. Cruz has moved into pit mode, so I don't really know what they're looking at. Fresh Bread did cross over third. Cube got across fourth, but it looks like they didn't have a lap time for him, so they're just going back to adjust that in case it's a tiebreaker later on. In fact, it does matter because this, am I mistaken? This is race number 7. That's an elimination race, so
third and
we're
fourth.
saying goodbye to Fresh Bread and Cube
Oh, all right.
just as we're talking them up.
Yep. So that's their second elimination, and Cruz and T-Mad will move on.
Yep, we'll meet up with them in 2 rounds, but in the meantime, we're going to bounce back up to the winner's bracket where we're going to bring in Jay Scrap Heap, Ugelin, and our man Skittles. Let's see how they perform in race number 8 as they applaud Fresh Bread and Cube over on the race
Your
line.
15th overall is going to go to Cube.
15th place overall to Cube.
Oh yeah, and so the deal with AK, if you can hear
Cube
AK
on
in
R1
your
on
thing, then the people
They
that
can
are
hear
live
it
stream can hear
on
it
At
too.
the same time, so don't
Ugelin on
overtalk.
R6. Skittles on R7.
But like right now, he's not playing on our headphones.
Okay, but if we
Just-
hear him in the headset.
Yeah, Greg will turn him up sometimes. He does have a lot of important information. Sometimes that's how we find out about how the DVR review went down.
Yeah, because he is
Next
in
up,
charge
round
of
two,
the
race
DVR
8.
review, making sure
J4
that everybody
Ryan
has
R1.
hit every gate,
Scrap
not
heap on
missing a
R2.
gate,
No
not
Helen on
crashing
R6.
before.
Skittles
Exactly.
on R7.
Earlier-
There's been some hardcore crash gate drama.
There has been, yes, with the heat or with the class earlier, with advanced class, and it was Blasta and who else? Blasta crashed right on the top of the finish gate. He got there first. He did not crash.
He actually
didn't go-
didn't crash on the top. Blasta got there first. Vanadium. No, it was Blasta versus AJ during the re-race. That's what
Was
you're
it?
thinking
Okay,
of.
yes.
Blasta got there first, pounded the gate, sat on the ground, got back, or then he spiked up, turned and looked down at the gate just as he saw AJ swooping in and was on such tilt. He pounds it towards the gate, skipped right over the top.
Over the
wound
top,
up-
yes.
wound
Yes,
up in
wound
that-
up in the bathroom
hallway.
hallway when he could have secured that win. That
Well,
was
he
a
still
race.
got third place. That was a race
That's-
off for 2
yep.
and 3 in the advanced class finals. And he did crush. I mean,
Yes, he
he
did.
raced so hard that entire. You were racing with him sometimes,
I
right?
did. I was racing with him. I was also spotting for him once I
Nice.
was eliminated, and watching him run that one heat where they all took a first place. You know, everyone got an ace on that round. That ace
The
he took.
quadruple ace.
Yep, he had such a heater.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. I mean, it's the second time we've seen four.
Farm your
It's the second
quads.
year in a row that we had
Starting
4
on the tone in
aces
less than
on
3.
advanced class finals. Which
Oh, last year we had 4 aces as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a rare event. All right, and they're off already, with Jay, Scrap Heap, Ugellin, and FPV Skittles battling it out in another elimination round.
actually no, this is a winners round, so nobody's going home after this one. These guys have been crushing. Actually, Skittles did finish in 4th, but due to 2 technical reasons, gets to move on in the winners bracket
Wow.
and sends people to the consolation bracket.
So first place, yeah, right now looks like Skittles, followed by Jay.
J4
Nope, Jay,
won
never
lap
mind.
1
He's
in
in the
first.
first. Skittles going on to his
Skittles
second
lap
lap.
1 in second.
Ugellin is a little bit behind as he has
Scrap Heap
a
lap 1
problem
in
going
third.
into the wall, having to get back up. Scrap Heap there also in that third place.
That's right. Now, Jay's one of the
Bill
old
Gillen
school
lap
acro
1 in
pilots
4th.
flying from California. He used to get, he was a part of the earliest guys that made the switch to acro, and it shows on a course like this, which really demands acro. Watch the way he handles
J4
this
wide lap 2 in
dive gate
first.
coming up halfway through. Now he's
60
moved on to his
seconds
final
remaining.
lap. Lost about a
Skittles
second
lap
on lap
2 in
number
second.
2 going into his final lap, but he's definitely got the breathing room. Have a look at Skittles trying
Scrap
so
Heap
hard to
lap
make a
2 in
push on
third.
him right now, but
Yeah, it's-
having trouble catching up.
Wait.
So punts it through the dive gate. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Ugellin was cooking there with him for a second, but he fell down hard, and here comes Jay coming into the finish,
J4Y finished
taking
in
the number
first.
1.
Skittles
But
finished in
Ugellin's
first.
there. Ugellin's
Ugellin
right
is
there.
definitely there.
Remaining.
Here comes Ugellin.
Ugellin lap 2 in 4th.
No, he's a lap
Oh,
back.
that was it. Yeah, so he was
Scrap Heap
right
finished in
behind him,
third.
but he was a full lap behind, as we have a little error on the screen saying Skittles first, but Jay was definitely in there first.
No, they're both first.
They're both first.
Yeah, Jay first, Skittles second,
seconds
Scrap
remaining.
Heap, then Ugellin. Don't worry, we'll meet up with them in just a couple heats. Let's see, Skittles got 4th place in
Finish
Pro
your lap
last
and
year.
then
You think he can
land.
get there this year?
Ugellin finished in 4th.
How many do we have left?
Race
How many
over.
pilots do we have left in here?
Well, right now we're on everybody's still, let's see, we've only eliminated 4 pilots so far.
Okay, so there's a lot of races to go to find out.
Scrap Heap, you're going to R1.
All right, we'll see him in 2 races. Well, let's look back down. This one will be an elimination race coming up. We're talking about race number 9. There it is, FPV Cam
There.
Flyboy, Redfin, and ROG1. We're going to go back-to-back elimination races now and just start booting people from the building. Can you believe we're about to send 4 of these pilots home? It's impossible to imagine that these guys are getting kicked out this early in the Pro Class tournament. A lot of these guys are the kind of people you would normally see in Elite, but the game has just changed this year. It's kind of the motif here on the live stream.
This year, qualifying has kind of been a huge mix-up. People that should be in a 2 or classes advanced of them landed backwards. I mean, a lot of people had a lot of issues with just getting those 3 laps down yesterday.
Can I tell you my theory?
Yeah,
I do think we have a way higher skill level of pilots this year. And I think there's a handful of pilots that said to themselves, I am an elite, I want elite, or I want pro, and I'm going to fly an elite 3-lap consecutive flight right now. So look at what happened with Rain in hobbyist class. He was crushing it, and Rain is a very fast pilot. Easily could have been in a much higher class, but he aimed for higher than he should have. Because of that, never strung 3 laps together.
Yep.
I think that's the story that we're seeing repeating up and down across the leaderboard. Somebody reaches so hard because the level of competition is pushing them down, but their identity in their mind is much higher.
Yep.
And the higher they push, the lower they fall. We wind up with the kind of mix-up you're talking about.
Yep, the harder you push on this. There's a lot of straightaway full throttle sections in here, and I've seen a lot of pilots over throttle and blow out. Oh, we have a
T-Dog in the house.
T-Dog over here.
You want to say what's up?
I didn't know you wanted to commentate.
You want to say what's up?
Yeah, you want? Come on.
running
T-Dog's
away.
a little shy. He's got to go. All right, we are starting the next race as they are off. Everyone gets off the block clean.
All right, well, I can't help but watch Cam. He's got first place in pro the last 2 years, and I want to keep the dream alive here in this elimination race. Looking really strong, riding first place right now. He's the first one to get to the corkscrew, now setting up for the dive gate. We'll bring him around. Competition from Flyboy.
Yeah,
Redfin is there.
Redfin.
Redfin's on, and Rog1 slipping just a bit back. No breathing room at all for Cam. And there he takes a dive. We're going to give it to Flyboy now. Up into the number 1 spot. Crosses over onto his second lap after a 25-second lap.
FPV can lap 1 in second.
Flyboy is very clean with his turns. He is not blowing out very much when he goes, as I said, he blows out a little, but it's nothing. He is still going gate to gate. Now he is in the dive second on second lap. No one else except FPV Cam. As I say that he goes down, is anyone going to take the pass on that?
Well, he's got some push from FPV Cam trying to make a move as Flyboy moves on to his final lap. He has pushed farther and farther away due to the deficit of his competitors, making minor errors here or there. In fact, sometimes not even hitting the ground. Who have we got coming up?
Oh, I just saw FPV
Flyboy.
Cam take a little bit of a wrong direction. He goes back, corrects it. Flyboy into the dive gate on his third lap. All he has to do is this final ladder section and go through, not hit anything, and he will take it.
Rog1's not too far behind. Let's see if we can bring him across. Cam now trying to catch it.
Oh, Rog. Oh, wait a second.
Down, Cam down. This is going to be a nail biter to the
right
finish
here.
line.
That might
Cam's
be
in.
Cam. Yeah, that is Cam. It says second for Rog, but Rog did not get through into the crash gate as FPV Cam takes that. And that will give Redfin, once he gets in there, the number 4 position.
So don't forget, we're not trying to get across the start-finish gate. Pay no attention to the numbers on the screen before or after the start-finish gate. What happened there was Rog1 got across. Actually, I'm not even sure he got across the start-finish gate,
No,
but
I think
he
he
pounded
hit it and it counted
triggered the sensor, and then he chilled and scrambled. He did a little break dance while getting past. I'm just being told this could be a rerun. We're going to check out.
Review 9, then go back to 8.
Which
determine if we're rerunning 8.
We're rerunning. We're DVR reviewing 2 races.
Okay. We're on Flyboy now, watching his run.
Flyboy needs to focus that camera, bro.
Yeah, that is not focused. That is not a clear image. Oh, yep.
I didn't see it.
Number 2?
What did I miss, dude?
No, that was lap number 1. I didn't see it yet either. I don't know. It looked clean to me. All right, they're going further into his lap number 3 now. This is lap number 3 we're reviewing. I think it was at the end of this. Oh, he didn't go through that gate.
He will now. So they pause it on that wreck as if he's not going to go through the gate right in front of him.
It should, yes, he should. All right, we're back to that gate again.
Which gate? Yeah, so
Yeah, the corkscrew.
turns out that's not what they're looking at.
I'm expecting they're looking at the end of lap number 3. Wait a second.
Oh.
No, yeah, they were. He goes.
Not clear he went through that gate.
Yes, the second after the
I think
corkscrew.
he did. If I had to guess, I think we're looking at up and in at the gate. So we don't know. Like, we're not the judges. We're just the messengers. We have no idea. But if I had to take a stab, let me know what you think in the chat. I think he had to have tumbled through.
I'm on the other side. I don't think he did, because he got pushed back. He got into the left corner.
No, he's on the other side. He's on the other side.
He?
Oh, but
no, wait.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna watch really close. Now he needs to
Here we
go through this gate right here. Now he's gonna cork it over to the inside gate from the other side. And once he spanks through this, he's gonna be looking back at these two gates.
There, he hits the left.
Yeah, he's through. He's gonna be looking back at these two gates, and he's gonna do a 180 and continue on.
Oh,
now I'm not a judge.
No, you're right. I agree with you now. He is looking at the backside of those two gates, so he hit just the inner edge of that gate. He probably spun through into the ground, facing back where he came from.
It's not impossible that he bounced back and somehow bounced around.
Yep.
But it's highly unlikely. But this is just the first of, I think, 3 possible DVR reviews, because we're still in the same course.
Yep, same course, and we had a little bit of an issue at the end.
I don't think that's a question.
That's not the question. All right, then. Now we're looking at Rog at the same element. He goes through.
Oh. I'm gonna say he got through.
Yeah, he got through.
But yeah, it's not conclusive, and
no,
and
we're not.
judges.
We're not the judge of this. We're just doing our own opinion.
Even if I was a judge, I would say that's not conclusive.
There aren't other points of view on the track to be able to review those. So it's all based on what it looks like on DVR, and maybe what the pilot says, but it's DVR, I think, is going to be the determinator in this.
And now look, there's Rog 1, pound in the start-finish gate. Now it says second, but okay,
there
he finally gets in, but Cam and Flyboy are already in.
Yeah, so he would be the third position there.
All right, after DVR review,
first
place is going to go to Flyboy. Second place to FPV Cam. That is the end of the road for Redfin and Rog 1. You guys will be standing by for your placements after the next heat.
Harsh.
Yep. That's racing, especially in elimination brackets. Any little thing can knock you down. That third and fourth position will knock you out. I had experience today racing where I got all the way to the finish. I had 2 gates left. I had to go through.
So give us about another minute here, guys.
I had to go through the triple ladder, middle gate. I hit it, and I don't know if I went through or not, but my drone lost all signal to my transmitter.
Woo!
And I could not get. I was in first place. That was my first elimination round, and
I think I remember that.
Out. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I smacked it hard, very hard.
Did it ever come back?
It did. The thing is, I had OSD and I had video when I was on the ground and stable again, but no link to my radio. I did a plug out, plug in, and it did come back, but it was acting a little funny.
We got a dance party, Greg.
Oh yeah, on the flight line.
Not saying we have to always. Okay, it's starting to die down. Tiny Eyes? Is that Tiny Eyes? Or is that AJ?
Oh,
really? Okay, well, we're just being told by the guys.
Oh, there we go. We got
he's back.
Leviticus. Come
Give him the shooter. Finger guns. Oh, man.
I saw Blasta earlier. His little trick, before he actually was sent off the block, he'd be sitting there in the race chair, and he'd just be dancing along, man, you know,
whatever
get the nerves
works.
away.
Yeah, I would say go for it. Now, we're reviewing race number 8 right now. No, excuse me. Race number 8. And so, yeah, these results are unofficial for race number 8, meaning things could change up for the race we're about to go into.
Oh, Jay
and
Forrest
pilots
Raffy.
that think they got spanked out of this bracket may be coming back in, depending on the results of this DVR review, because this is the first time in Whooptopia 2025 we've reviewed a race that, oh, look at that. Some contact just happened for Jay, but it looks like
with the potential midair, just as I saw it, Scrap Heap did hit the gate. No one touched Scrap Heap.
So
what
no,
about
Scrap
Jay?
Heap hit the
What
gate.
about Jay?
I don't
No
know.
one touched him.
Okay.
I don't know
So
if they
we're
were
gonna-
Results
focusing on
are
it.
staying
I trust
official
AK.
from what
I
was
saw
earlier.
something going on Jay's screen,
Jay's
but
screen.
we're gonna trust AK on that one. Meaning
Next
we're
up,
moving
round
on
two, race
to
10.
race number 10, Scrap Heap,
on R1.
Cruz,
Cruz on
Ugellin,
R2.
and T-Mad,
Ugellin on R6.
or
T-Mad on
Ugellin.
R7.
Ugellin.
Look at that shot of T-Mad under the hyperdrive tunnel we built at Tiny Whoop headquarters.
Now in this round, who are you got any favorite picks for this, or any guesses for first? Any
I mean, it's
predictions
hard.
here?
It's hard because on the one hand, I'm an impartial commentator.
Yes,
I don't
you
even have
kinda-
any friends here.
That's
I don't
not
sponsor.
true.
I don't sponsor anybody here. I don't have any friends here, and I'm definitely not running a retail store.
Definitely
I'm just
not. You have no
nothing-
skin in the game.
No skin in the game.
None.
I'm nothing but the world's biggest
Yep.
fan of drone racing, which is actually true. I love it. And watching qualifying yesterday, I couldn't help but become a big fan of Ugellin. You know, he was flying so awesome, but made such heartbreaking mistakes. And the same kind of thing with T-Mad. He was blasting yesterday, and I've been watching him fly for a long time. He's flown at both of the Tiny Whoop Opens I hosted in Colorado and crushed both times out there. Let's see. He got 13th place in S tier both years, which is actually an incredible accomplishment to even wind up in the highest class. Here he is in pro class at Whooptopia, and it's hard not to root for him because the way he qualified yesterday, he just had the burners on full, and I appreciate his approach towards the Whooptopia 2025 Raceway. So that would be the two that I am just inclined to root for.
Okay.
I've known Scrap Heap for years. Cruz, he's a part of the team, you know.
Yep.
He's
Hurry
helping
up,
throw
everyone.
this shindig. How do you not root for that guy? So who you root for is one question, and your prediction is another.
Yes, that is different. Yeah, you root for the pilots who are your friends, you have most connections with. You know, you've had experiences over time. I mean, there's other things as well, but you know, predictions are based on their previous performance, skill level, what they have done yesterday in qualifying. Will they repeat those mistakes, or will they repeat those lines that gave them fast laps? We will
Someone
find
in
out.
the chat saying they also thought it could have been a J midair.
Before so mid-airs on this track are not before the start gate. They are, you have to get to the first
your
double
quads.
ladder. Or,
Oh, so
right?
that was after.
Starting
That
on
was
the
seven,
after
less than 3.
the whole shot.
Yes.
Is the answer.
All right, here they go, and they're off.
Well, it's a
Wow.
fight to stay alive right now.
Look at Scrap Heap.
Yeah, man, he's been crushing too. It's really hard. At this late in pro class, it's going to get harder and harder. And a huge error by Cruz. T-Mad making it look good, though. He's through the dive gate with company from Ugellin. T-Mad 1, Ugellin 2. No, Scrap Heap way out in front of both
Scrap
of them.
Heap.
Scrap Heap rounding out lap number 1. He's going to
Scrap
bring in a
Heap
25
first.
flat. T-Mad right behind him.
T-Mad lap 1 in
And
second.
Ugellin pushing 2.
Ugellin lap
Yep.
1 in
Right
third.
behind T-Mad. 1, 2,
Ugellin
3.
and a T-Mad there.
Scrap
They
Heap
are not far behind each other. Scrap Heap, though, is just ahead of the whole
Cruz
pack
lap 1 in
in
fourth.
pushing. T-Mad is just hits the dive gate, so it looks like he would be
Oh,
in
man.
second right now.
That's true. Ugellin is wanting so bad to catch up to second
Scrap
place
Heap lap
T-Mad
2
because
in
he's
first.
on the line, but several attempts on the dive gate
T-Mad
throw him
lap
farther
2 in
back. Now
second.
Scrap Heap all the way on his
60
final lap
seconds remaining.
and comfortably in front of second place T-Mad. Let's see if he can hold on to it. All he needs right now is
Ugellin lap
smooth
2
flight.
in third.
There's his cork. There's
Here
his
it
dive.
comes, yep.
Nice and easy. And so far T-Mad just on the cork now, finally setting up for his dive as Ugellin continues to
lap
have
2 in
issues at the
fourth.
back of the pack.
There we
Cruz
go.
now on to his final lap, but
Look at Scrap Heap.
Scrap
Here he
Heap
comes
is in
in
it.
clean everything. He finishes with a really nice clean run.
T-Mad
There's
finished in
25,
second.
26, 26.
30
That's
seconds
consistency.
remaining.
Not bad at all. And look, T-Mad is also in
for
just as
second.
quick. So Ugellin and Cruz didn't end up finishing that far apart, but a handful.
Ugellin.
Whoa. I don't
Ugellin having issues. Cruz had, it looked like his video there popped out for a little bit.
Magellan finished
Oh
in
no,
third.
Oh,
you
man.
Jellin, get
10
through it.
seconds
There he
remaining.
goes. Now he is locked, it
Cruz
looks like,
finished in
unless there
fourth.
is a review in for third, and Cruz comes in not very
Race
far
over.
behind for fourth, but it looked
Yeah.
like the last two, Cruz and Jellin, were having a lot of issues, especially in that second and third lap.
That was not Ugellen's race.
No, it was definitely not. Same for Cruz.
Scrappy, you're going to R6.
As we got pilots lined up with phones that say stickers, please.
I'm hooking them up. They just
Yep.
want a sticker, peeps, and I'm here to enable it.
You got a whole page of stickers now. Is this going to become something that is ended
Right
up
now
on
they- yeah.
everybody's shirts today?
Nope, just
or-
the
Yep,
suckers.
It is.
Just the
It is.
suckers.
It is. It's already started. As I see one just got put on the back of Birds Aren't Real.
You know, the greatest compliment would be if they could sticker me with that sheet. We'll see if they have
That's a
the guts.
challenge. That's a challenge.
They've done it before.
I'm hype. I'm sure you're hyper aware of that and the face punches. Yesterday, I saw you going around and putting stickers on all the pilots during the pilot walkthroughs.
It's one of my things. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll give that's the Neo's UV Creations kids, you know. That's Team Neo's. Once in a while I give them a sticker sheet and then I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna pretend I don't notice. I just let them put a couple on there to build up their
Make them
confidence.
feel better.
That
I
way they
see.
can go for the make them feel better. Let them go for the strangers and see if they can pull off a real sticker job. What's up, Wes Burson? Oh,
Brand new cable.
looks like we are ready for the after party. What am I looking at on Ugellen's feed
What's
here?
it for? I understand.
Oh, you could have asked me for a plug.
I think everybody had a plug, man. I think everybody had a phone charge you could borrow.
Well, we're looking at Ugellen, and I'm not sure what's being reviewed here. I'm getting so curious because, oh, this is actually going to be, damn it.
Oh, we're doing a review on
Ugellen.
Ugellen.
Ugellen is both the most, you know, he invited me as a pilot with a flight style, but has been a little bit, as you know, the more I become a fan, the more I'm susceptible to Ugellen disappointment. And I'm not trying to call you out, Ugellen. I love your flight style. I'm here for you, dude. But my goodness, the spanking the top of the crash gate is sort of icing on the cake.
So what were they reviewing there for Ugellen?
They were just determining the finishing order for third and fourth.
Okay.
Because in a minute that's going to become relevant, but it's
Yep.
not relevant to our results right now. Well, you know what time it is.
I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
It's time for race number 11, which I think is my favorite race because these guys have all gotten first or second in every single race so far, and two of them are about to punch their ticket to chase the Ace Pro Class Finals at Whooptopia 2025. Two of them were going to kick all the way down to race 13, where they're going to compete with the winners from race 12.
To get in that final four bracket for
And
race
look,
14.
Cam has been keeping it alive after a horrible first round in the preliminary racing. He gets kicked down to the consolation bracket and has clawed his way all the way to race 12. We're going to visit with them in just a minute, see if Cam can keep it alive against Flyboy, Scrap Heap, and T-Mad. But first, race number 11, and this is technically the semifinals of the winners
Next up,
bracket,
round
meaning
two, race
not
11.
only do we send
Wild
two of
type on
these to
R1.
the
J4Y on R2.
finals with a
Skins
perfect
on
score
R6.
so far,
Guns
but
on
two of them
R7.
only have one more shot after that. There's
right.
Jay, there's Wild Type, there's Goons up close, and let's
Had a
bring in
nice shot at
Skittles. Skittles gonna stand over there.
He is a stander. He does not sit when he flies. He is one of the few that feels better standing, where you got polar opposite, like Ebach. That guy, he leans
Lays on the
back,
floor.
lays on the floor.
I'm
He
just kidding. He
uses
doesn't lay
his
down.
belly as a shelf. He's got the transmitter there, fully stable position, no movement.
Hold on, Skittles is running over here. Skittles, we need inside information. What are you doing?
Yeah.
He's swapping whoops while the other guys are goggles down.
All I heard was something about 69.
All right. He's going to do a test arm. He's going to glance at his video. He's going to sit in the chair. And we're going to fly race number 11. I started to say a second ago, this is often the sort of preview of finals, because once you get to race number 11, these guys, I mean, 2 of them definitely going to finals. 2 of them getting kicked out of the consolation bracket, where it is a little bit likely that they will win their way through 2 more consolation bracket races and wind up in the Chase the Ace finals alongside their competitors from race number 11. So sometimes you'll see the exact same race in 11 pop up in race number 14.
Yep. You're going to see the performance. You're going to see them pushing. They want to get in.
Skittles is not getting it together. He's like, hey, guys, unplug and swap packs.
Something with the battery as he comes back here.
He's got another whoop.
Drones. Goes for a new one. Again. Hopefully it is not a battery issue, but I mean, if so, everyone's got batteries. Seems like a drone issue, as you know, here's a nice little shot of his little whoop he was flying. Nice little tiny whoop 702s. He's flying 29,000 kV, same as me. Very nice little build he's got. It looks like the Bike Boys mount.
The Bike Boys.
That is a, he's running HG0.
Bike guy.
Bike guy, yeah. Bike, sorry.
But,
you were right. Bike guy's mount, yes.
It's all right. He would probably love that. I mean, he doesn't take offense to much. But we're going to get it right. Bike guy, one of the innovators, based on an idea by Isaac Pettit, created that mount. The first one to do it. Recently got copied by Newbie Drone, which is, of course, fine. Though nobody owns the idea.
The new race spec.
But
yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah, they made some improvements on it, but they took the original idea from Bike Guy again.
I do like this mount. The only issue with it is that corner right there. It can still hit the corner, but I've run it a few times and I've had no issues. It's lightweight, it's effective, it will protect it, and especially with something running in HD0, that thing sucks power. You need as lightweight as you can build to be able to even get 3 laps on this track.
Arm your quads.
All right, they're arming their
Starting
quads. Here we go.
Looks like Skittles got his S together. Race number 11. It is my favorite because it's the fast guys.
The wild type will take the whole shot.
Yeah, he's screaming. Jay's right on him. Here comes wild type. Approaches the cork. Jay makes the pass. We got Jay out in first. First one to get through that dive gate. Sweeping around the back of it. Company from Wild Type about to make the pass. Skittles riding in third. Goons falling further and farther back. Get ready for the pass by Wild Type. There it is. Wild Type now into the 1 spot. About 2/10 of a second in front of Jay.
Only
Skittles crossing over.
I think this is now going to be down to Wild Type and Jay if they can keep their run smooth. As I say
Jay into the 1 spot.
Yep. Jay takes it. Wild Type trying to get back into the zone.
I'm pretty sure Goons just hit our table.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, Wild Type down again, and Jay is loving that. So Jay on his final lap with back-to-back 25s, and let's see what we can even bring around for Wild Type. Oh my gosh, I think he got touched. I think Goons hit him back there.
Yep.
This is not his heat.
This is it through the dive for Jay. Jay has a huge lead, and it was his birthday recently, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
just a few days. This would be a happy birthday present. We all did in the Whoop House. We all got together and we all gave him a happy birthday as he comes in and takes the first place. Now look at this on Skittles' screen. I just saw who was that Wild Type, but Wild Type pushed past, took it.
Skittles finished in 4th.
Looks like Goons though still up, struggling. He's gonna probably
Goons is gonna get across, but it's gonna be J1, Wild Type 2, which is kind of a miracle given the number of errors he had to correct throughout those 3 laps. Bravo to Jay and Wild Type, just punched their tickets to the Pro Class Finals of Whooptopia 2025, and Skittles and Goons headed down to the consolation bracket. They are gonna race in 2 races. After we go to, thank you very much, well done, and we go to race number 12. From here on out, everybody, every single race is going to be elimination. So we'll meet up with those guys in a minute, but first we're going to bring FPV Cam, Flyboy 2009, Scrap Heap, and our friend T-Mad back to the forefront for race number 12 and see who's going to go up against Skittles and Goons in just a moment for the semifinals of the entire event. So this will be technically quarterfinals, top and bottom, quarterfinals all around.
Yep.
And there we go. Skittles and Goons have been swapped down to race number 13.
Wild Type and J in race number 14. 2 more spots for each race.
Now, I said this before. We had AK was the first one to take a Whooptopia turkey because he got elite class 3 years in a row, won it. Then T-Dog came along, won elite class 3 years in a row. Here we are at Whooptopia 7, the tiebreaker Whooptopia.
Ooh,
But that's not the
Neon.
only.
Race 12.
Yeah, Neon's here, but I heard
FPV
not
cam
feeling
on
well. We're
R1.
gonna get news from Neon in a minute.
Flyboy on R2.
But the other possible
Scrap heap
turkey
on
is
R6.
actually taking place in this
T-Mad on
bracket
R7.
with FPV Cam. His past 2 Whooptopias are both first place pro class. So that's where there's this extra drama. He got
Yep.
knocked down in the consolation bracket, crawling his way up, and look at these wins. He got first place in race 5. He got second place, good enough, in race number 9. We meet him now in race number 12 because he's got to get first or second 2 more times, including against Goons and Skittles, which I think he's got a real shot at.
I do think
So can
Cam
he knock
does.
down Flyboy? Can he knock down 2 of these guys
Yes.
here in race 12?
I mean, he's got T-Mad, Flyboy, Scrap Heap to contend with, and that is not an easy race.
Here's the big deal. After he knocks all these guys out, he's got to
On your
take
quads.
on Wild Type and Jay.
Starting on the
You know what I
top in
mean?
less than
Yep.
3.
That's what he's up against right now.
He's really fighting, trying to climb his way to the top as we're off. Hopefully we get a clean.
Oh, man.
Oh, was that?
I wish you guys could see the view right in front of us. At the
Race
beginning of
over.
every one of these laps, there is a river crossing just in front of us. We're going to bring it back.
Yeah, I think that was a mid-air before we got into that first 2-stack ladder.
I'll tell you, they were close.
They were close. I did see one of them go down, so it looks like a rerun. It's not like most races where the start gate is the indicator for a mid-air. If you mid-air crash before that, it's a rerun. No, you got all the way until that double stacked ladder to call that, and it did look like they went down. So they're gonna swap out batteries, put fresh packs in, and try to rerun that. But because they did that, they can't call it again. They mid-air beforehand, they just gotta keep going.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to pound someone before the whole shot
You
gate,
could do
now's your
that.
opportunity. If you want to fight dirty,
Next up, round 2, race 12.
Was that
FPV cam on
Skittles that
R1.
I heard earlier that tried
Flyboy
to
on
face
R2.
punch you or did?
Scrap heap
he
on
made an
R6.
attempt,
He
and
made an
it
attempt?
was just
T-Mad on
adorable
R7.
how hard he liked it. Most of the chat took my side and said it never happened, right, guys?
It never happened. Is that the way we're running this? Okay.
That's how we're.
All
That's
right.
how the chat decided
All
to run
right.
it. And
Well,
I really
chat is
appreciate.
usually right.
We can't argue with the chat.
Nope.
So thanks so much, everybody who got my back on that poll. They think that they're in control of the truth,
Oh,
but
we got
right about now,
Tron asking, "What's the neon news?" Jesse mentioned. Well, I believe it's that he woke
just
up
not
this
feeling
morning
well.
and he feels a little sick. So he's gonna have to fight through that, as well as all these hard competitors. You know, we got T-Dog,
On your
AK.
quads.
Oh, now we're going on
Starting
and
the top
restarting
in
this
less than
run.
3.
So hopefully, though, Neon can push through that and perform. They're off.
elimination round, race number 12 of the pro bracket. Let's watch what happens. I'm like you said, it doesn't matter if there's any contact at all. I'm looking
Nope.
at Flyby, looking so strong. Trying to catch up to FPV Cam right now in first place. Scrap Heap on the ground, first one of the dive.
This
FPV
looks
Cam.
Cam, yeah, Cam.
And there's
out in the lead.
Flyboy right behind him. T-Mad's now making the move, and Scrap Heap in fourth. As we look ahead to FPV Cam, he's already through the triple
Yep.
stack gate,
Start-
rounding out
Can
get
lap
lap
one in
number one
first.
with a 22.6.
T-Mad
Flyboy,
lap
though,
one
he is
in
pushing
second.
hard right
Flyboy
behind
lap
him.
one in third.
And it called
Scrap Heap
T-Mad
lap
in
one
second,
in
but no,
fourth.
it is Flyboy right now that is behind him there. Oh, no, Cam goes down. Is that going to give enough time for him to pass? No, it gives him the closing of the gap, though. We're only 2 gates behind each other.
Flyboy's right on him. Flyboy's not giving him any room
He
to
took
breathe.
the pass. Flyboy now in first place.
Not quite.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, it is
Flyboy
still
lap 2 in
FPV
second.
Cam in first.
Scrap
But he
Heap
has
lap
no
2
room
in
to breathe
third.
right now. Flyboy is
60
breathing
seconds
down his
remaining.
neck, and let's see what we can
T-Mad
get. There's the
lap 2
cork,
in
nice and
fourth.
clean. A perfect dive by FPV Cam, and now he's pulling ahead farther and farther away from Flyboy, trying to give himself enough breathing room for one mistake. Cuts it way too close on the triple stack gate.
Yep,
Gets
in
across.
there. No,
get in
no,
the gate.
he didn't get in. There we
in.
go. He's in.
That was
Finished in
tight.
second.
Flyboy
Flyboy.
crushes also. My goodness.
Scrap
Scrap
Heap
Heap
finished
right
in third.
takes the third there. Did
T-Mad
you see
finished
though?
in
Look,
fourth.
FPV Cam first
30
lap at
seconds
22
remaining.
second. Look at
Race
Flyboy's time, 25, 25, 25. Second lap for FPV Cam was at 26. He had a big difference in those laps. Flyboy, though, very clean, very consistent.
Just glancing at the chat. Well, listen, this is a rough time for Team Ad and Scrap Heap. My God, I love those guys. Hate to say goodbye to them right now, but you know I'm stoked that the FPV Cam story is staying alive right now. Race 13 is the semifinals of the entire Pro Class bracket, and it's going to be a tight one. We've got Skittles, we've got Goons, we've got Cam, and we've got, who just got second?
It was Flyboy.
Flyboy. We've got Flyboy now in the semifinals of the entire event. These guys are trying to earn their way into the final 2 slots available and chase the ace finals of the pro bracket. Oh, wow, look at this. I asked Skittles, who would you like to thank for supporting your career? He said me. And, Carl and all his sponsors.
All right. But you were first.
I mean, I don't think it's in order. Thanks, Skittles.
Just take the
that was very
compliment,
sweet.
okay?
Very sweet. He usually flies back home with Pickle Rick, Rog One, Tiny Eyes, the crew.
It was great to hang out with them this weekend.
Next up,
everybody
round
at
two
the
race
Whoop House.
I know.
It's been
You
a
going to be
great
there
time.
tonight?
FPV
I will be there. I'm
Cam
leaving
R1.
actually Tuesday night, so I'm
Flyboy
going to
on
try to
R2.
get
Nice.
into the
Skittles on R7.
UDL. I
Guns on
am on the
R7.
wait
Nice,
list,
dude.
but
I bet you'll get a ticket.
as long as I show up, I think I'll be all right.
I passed my ticket to Tweech. I think there's going to be, I think there's going to be some availability.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's looking like it, though.
So it's going to be FPV Cam Flyboy, Skittles, and Goons on race number 13 to move into the final bracket, into the finals against Wild Type and Jay. It is going to be something to watch, but I'm excited about this Neon T-Dog kind of nemesis, man. This is huge. I'm so glad Neon could make it out this year and compete.
Me too. And Neon's the first guy to admit he just does not have the hardcore racing experience that T-Dog has, but he has the skill. He just took TQ. So let's look ahead at this semifinals race right now. It's Cam, Goons, Skittles, Flyboy. I'm not asking who you're rooting for. I'm asking what's your prediction.
This is a hard one to say. You want my whole lineup of 1 to 4, or you want the number
Just
one?
give me your 1 and 2. Who's going to finals?
It's hard for me to say. It's very
listen,
hard.
I love Skittles and Goons. I'm going
do?
Cam and Flyboy.
Here's the thing. Like I was just saying in the last race, how consistent Flyboy was
Hurry
versus
up,
Cam.
everyone.
Cam seems to have a faster overall pace.
He
but
does.
his consistency, it doesn't seem to be on the same level
That may
as
be,
Cam's.
but
so
he's
that
not-
could even out.
I agree.
think it's a toss-up. I really do think it's a toss-up for FPV Cam
Arm your
and
quads.
Flyboy. But anything could
Starting on
happen
the
in a
tongue
race.
unless-
Flyboy
Anything.
has been crushing. He definitely made a fan out of me. Cam has a very unique flying style. He's one of my favorite pilots to watch. I'm drawn to his flying style just in virtue of the finesse and grace that you see when he's in the sky. And this flight's no different. Flying second place right now. He's cruising towards that corkscrew. First one
Goons,
through.
though.
Yeah, Goons is the first one through the dive. And Flyboy's right there with him. Let's see who we can bring across. I know
No,
Skittles was on board,
goes
but
down. He's
took
down
a dive.
for a while. That's
It
gonna
won't
hurt
be
him.
long
First.
before we see Skittles freestyling if he
lap
falls
one
much
in
farther
first.
behind.
Flyboy lap
Well, we
one
got
in third.
2 23s for first lap. FPV Cam with a 23.72 and Goons with a 23.85, so very close there. But it looks like first of the dive is Goons.
Flyboy now ahead of Cam. Side by side. Look at these two next to each
As
other.
they go down
there
that
is a
split
battle
ladder.
for second, and
Yep.
Goons trying to keep it together.
Flyboy, I
FPV
just
lap
talked
2
about
in
his
second.
consistency as he hits
Flyboy
that
lap
gate
one in
going
third.
through. He let me
60
down, makes
seconds
me a
remaining.
liar, but here we go with Goons in that hot
This is
lead, it
awesome for
looks like.
Goons. I'm look how hard. Oh, FPV Cam making the
The
pass.
pass, yep, right there. As you
Skittles
see in
lap 2
Goons'
and 4.
view, he just ripped
He took
right
the
by him.
widest shot on that. He took the safest possible dive. Let's bring him
FPV
around.
There you go,
There's
though.
Cam,
Cam
locking in,
does
punches
take
his
the
ticket to
first
the
and
finals.
second.
Goons
With the
punches his
second,
ticket
right there,
barely in front of Flyboy.
That was close
Hold on.
for that
Watch,
third
look at
and
this.
second.
Get ready for some
Goons.
freestyle and a
30
face
seconds
punch coming from Skittles right now.
No.
Okay, there's the
Yep,
freestyle. Where's the face punch,
All right,
Skittles?
it's coming.
Race
He's getting
over.
closer. Uh-oh.
Don't-
Where's the screen? Watch the drone. All right,
Yeah,
I'm looking out
he's
on the
still
track.
focusing on freestyle.
And,
He's gonna turtle. He's coming. Oh
Right.
Lord, he coming.
yep. There's the one spot on the track as you take that turn right here. Oh, as he goes to the ceiling.
To the window, to the
Here we-
wall.
Oh, drops down to the
blind.
lane.
I'm gonna have to use my senses
Oh,
only.
He took his goggles off. You're safe. You're safe.
I'm never safe.
I don't know.
You're
Goggles
probably
off.
on his team.
I'm not. Nope. I'm not on Team Skittles. I like the guy. He's a cool guy. I'm
He's still flying.
impartial. Oh no, he's back up.
He's still hardcore
All right,
freestyling.
You have more experience in this. I'm just gonna watch.
Okay, he finally dumped it.
I'm not even gonna say
Ladies
you're
and
safe.
gentlemen,
Who
it's
knows?
time for finals. I'm gonna let Tasty talk for
Next
just a
up, round
moment.
two,
I gotta
race
dip to the little
14.
boys' room for just a minute. I will
Wild
be
type
right
on
back.
R1.
All right,
J4
we
Y
are
on R2.
gonna be starting the
FPV
finals
Kim on
here.
R6.
Pro class
Guns
is gonna
on
be
R7.
finishing up in a minute, and then we're gonna be on to elite class, and elite class is the one I'm here to watch. And like Jesse was saying, you know, T-Dog has a lot of practice, a lot of experience. He's put down a lot of time. Neon has never matched that. He is just starting now. He is 18 years old. He is he can do whatever he wants. He is back into the FPV community. He's flying, and he has a chance here to upset the T-Dog with that win for the elite class. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I'd like to hear though in the chat what your picks are for first, second, third, and fourth for this elite class. Not pro, we're on pro, we're finishing that up, but elite. I want to know what your feelings are on that. Let me know in the chat. I think you guys already know my stance on that. I love both of them, T-Dog and Neon. We both have a lot of talk time with each other. We've hung out a lot. I like them both a lot, but Neon has not been here, and I really wish that, you know, he can take that position, but we will see. And with racing, you never know. Racing, you never know. I was just asking the chat what their picks are for T-Dog or Neon.
All right.
First, second, third, fourth. Oh, wow, we got Rec coming in with the Proximo, T-Dog, Neon, and AK.
I respect the family support.
Yep, that's a koozie with Neon, T-Dog, then Proximo. Bagzilla saying Neon will take it.
Derpy Hooves voting for battered chicken nuggies. Did I miss the
Who's
joke?
battered? Yeah.
I don't know.
Derpy, explain that to us. I do not know battered chicken nuggies.
The thing about Derpy is you just always read her comments, okay?
Derpy is essential.
Mr. E saying Doge Pork Chop Neon Free Doc.
Pork Chop has
that.
been putting down really good times. His flight is clean. It is smooth. He doesn't seem to blow out turns, and he takes those technical elements with a very light finesse, just holding on and coming out as clean as possible. So, I mean, like I said,
I love Pork Chop. His flying style was also incredibly unique. You can tell he learned to fly on his own, and I just love the way he takes on the course and his confidence. And hey, what's up?
What's up, Mike? Oh, all right.
Mike stopping by.
Gem Fan Mike, big supporter of the industry. Gem Fan props. If you haven't flown them, check them out.
Go
Arm
fly
your
him.
quads. Starting on the tone.
1219 S's. That if you're whooping, take them out. They're nice props. All right, we're off.
It's finals time. Wild type. Jay,
Oh.
FPV Cam, and Goons. Now, FPV Cam has won this race the last 2 years, but he's never been here against Wild type.
Oh no, Goon's already out. It looks
Oh,
like.
that was contact. FPV Cam got tipped up. I'm not sure who it was. I'm going to say it was Jay. But Jay riding second place, Wild type in first, and here comes FPV Cam trying to catch up. Goons way back. Not sure how that happened. Here comes Wild type. First lap, 24.6.
J4Y
And we'll bring
lap
Jay
one in
across
second.
right behind him, differentiated
FPV
by
Cam
about a
lap
second
one
and a
in
half. FPV Cam now.
Going into Wild Type into the corkscrew dive.
Jay taking a break. Wild type looking good in first place right now. Poised halfway through this heat to take his first ace.
Yep.
And looking pretty comfortable as the rest of the pack still experiencing errors.
Guns lap
Now
one
on his
in fourth.
final lap, Wild type follows
Wild
a
type
24
lap
with a
two in
23. He's got lap traffic.
What happened to Goons? He had a
FPV
17-second
can
hole
lap 2 in
shot.
second.
That's
60 seconds
yeah.
remaining.
I was too busy looking
Yeah,
at the fast
looking at the
guys.
fast. Yeah, front of the pack here as we're going into lap number 3.
Let's get an ace. We're almost done with lap number 3 for Wild Type. Here he comes. One more gate to make it official
And
into
there
the crash
we go.
gate.
24, 23, 23 for
lap
Wild
2
Type
in
to
third.
take the first position.
Guns
What a
lap 2 and
statement.
4th.
And let's give second
There we
place to
go.
Cam.
Cam.
Did he get in?
I don't know. No, I don't think he did.
Who's
Nope.
creeping
Come on,
up?
flip, 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 flip. They're
30
coming for
seconds
you. They're
remaining.
coming.
You got
There we go.
Okay.
He's good. Okay.
They're so far back. You know, they were both at the
heart.
dive gate.
Man, moments like that gets your heart pumping. You know, you feel for them. They're there. They
Guns
have it.
finished
They
in
just
third.
have to pass the threshold to get into the finish gate.
The
Doesn't matter if they
literal
pop up.
threshold.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
There's Wild Type. Goggles
Chase.
up,
J4
moving
will
around,
finish
shake
in
the
fourth.
body out.
Jay coming in for that third position. Even though it says fourth, it looks like he took third unless there's some review on this. Goons finishing up on his third lap through the dive gate. Final section, that split ladder. Going for the split S reverse up and comes in to finish 4th position.
Nice flying, Goons. Love that finish. So we got an ace for
Race
Wild
over.
Type, and we're going to run it at least one more time. Chances are looking like this could be 2 up and 2 down. Obviously, we want a hotter competition. We want as much flying as possible around here. But Wild Type is just looking on point. He's feeling so good.
I mean, he had 3 laps that were within a second of each other. The other pilots, there were a lot of crashes and, I don't know, technical issues. There was a 17-second hole shot there.
Yeah. That's a good call. So I'm going to say a quick shout out right here in the middle of Chase the Ace Finals. Let's shout out our platinum level sponsors, starting of course with the presenting sponsor. Thank you so much to my buddy Jeff over at We Bleed FPV. This is the highest level of contribution. If you want to support the biggest tiny whoop event in the world, he did it. Thank you so much for presenting Whooptopia 2025, We Bleed FPV. But we've got some other platinum level sponsors. Special thank you to HD Zero, Newbie Drone, GemFan Hobby, Pyro Drone, Emax, Tiny Whoop and Perspective Image. And while we're at it, we got the time. I want to shout out those diamond level sponsors as well. Thank you so much to Happy Model, Foxier, Vifly, Rectco, Neos, UV Creations, Fractal Engineering, Beta FPV, HQ Prop, Velocidrone, Team Whooptrek, VCI, Radio Master, and Custom FPV. Thank you so much. Can you believe all these sponsors? We're going to get to the golds in just a minute.
I mean,
but what a
every
list.
year it just gets longer and longer, and this is one of the things about the sport. I love the support. All these companies are here to support this, to continue growing this community. It's a great community.
It's working.
It is, and it's working. Yep, it is working. And if you are watching live right now and you have not flown FPV and you're interested, check out these sponsors. They can hook you up with the stuff to do what we are doing and we are seeing today.
It's true. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. These guys are the. If you want to say, if you're loving this event, you want to get into FPV, and you want to say thanks to the supporters of this event, that's how you do it. By placing an order, you get it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. You say thank you for what you did at Whooptopia, and you get to get into the gift of flight and enjoying FPV on your own terms. Ace number 2 is up for grabs right now. All eyes on Wild Type. It's on Jay, FPV Cam, and Goons to shake and bake, get this guy out of the air, take us to a 3rd round. But it's Wild Type's mission to go 2 up, 2 down. His video looking a little shaky, and he's the first one to the dive gate.
Everyone else, I'm looking at everyone else at Wild Type as your folks. They're all having issues here. So
I agree.
They're giving Wild Type just clean air and no pressure at this point. All he has to do is continue what he's been doing, go
that's
through
the
the
thing.
gate.
He's made the statement, just like the shakeup we talked about earlier. There's a lot of pressure on these guys to push beyond their comfort level. This isn't the kind of finals they wanted. They've got to get out of their comfort zone and maybe even get a little bit lucky. Wild Type now finishing up lap number 2, moving on to his final lap with an ace in his pocket and a fair gap of air between him and 2nd place Jay.
I mean,
Now moving farther and farther ahead. Cam now up in the number 2 spot, but isn't enough. There's Cam with his fastest lap of the day.
Wow,
as Wild Type
21.9.
going through that dive gate for the final time. approaches the high slalom,
J4
the drop
lap
ladder,
2 and third.
into his.
Here he come, Wild Type.
That's it.
Wild Type
Type
taking it.
finished
He's
in
Wild
clean in
Type
through.
is your pro class champion. Let's bring in the
go.
second place.
Second
Who's it going to be?
place. I am
Look at the
looking
gap
here
he's got
at
right now.
Cam. Cam is looking clean as he comes around,
FPV
and he gets
finished
in
in
cleanly.
second.
He takes a second. Now,
30
right now,
seconds
Jay is
remaining.
locked into that third as long as he can finish these last 2 gates. And
White
he's in
finished
clean
in
as
third.
well. Third to Jay. Happy birthday to you as well.
Goons
Goons
finished
coming
in
in
fourth.
for the 4th.
Race over.
Well, after all of that, Wild Type hit. This is his 6th Whooptopia. He crushed it. He spent so much time in elite class over the years, and look at this: 2 up, 2 down. A very strong statement here in the pro class of Whooptopia 2025. Meanwhile, FPV Cam, he's got 2 career wins in the pro class in the past 2 years, and now winds up just 1 step back. 2nd place overall on the leaderboard unofficially. We'll get the official results, but I believe 2 second places is going to give him 2nd overall on the pro class finals.
And that is huge. What a great race. Struggling though
Third
for those
overall
other
to
3. Here we go. Official results.
Second overall to FPV Cam. And with the back-to-back ace, Wild
Type taking 2 aces in a row to secure him that #1 spot for pro class. I mean, he deserved it too. You saw his runs. Those were clean. Those were within a second each lap
Yes,
of each
it's
other.
raffle time. Yes,
Oh, it's raffle time. Ooh, it was like $5,000
All right,
worth of
that
prizes
concludes
today.
it.
Tons of
again, I'm
prizes
gonna
up for
need
grabs.
Goons, you are the first interviewee, so please head over to the green screen. Goons.
Yeah. Come on in. So
Dude.
we're gonna grab a chair that was right over here.
Any chair?
Sure.
You can take my. You want?
Well, we'll scoot you. Yeah, we'll just bring him in. That's perfect. So we're gonna scoot back just a little bit.
Those were some amazing runs.
You wanna unmute?
Oh yeah, those were amazing runs, dude. You had those last 2 wins. Those last 2 wins, every lap was within a second of each other. That's how consistent you were running.
How'd you feel about that?
Oh, it was good. You know, just feeling really dialed. I really slowed myself down to try to get into that final 4.
You slowed yourself down.
well,
Did not look
slow
like
yourself down, but be consistent.
Yes.
You know, fly smart.
You have to. There's no
Yeah,
other
you,
way
you
around
really
it.
do. Or you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, you could see the other pilots. They were pushing, and when you do push, you run that risk of making mistakes.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I
happened.
did in the final 4. I guess I did tried pushing really hard, and you could see those mistakes in those runs.
Yeah, we
But-
were saying the 4 that were there, we're not used to having someone like Wild Type, it down in the pro bracket.
Exactly, he's an elite pilot for sure.
Yep.
And luckily, I'm thankful to race with like Wild Type and AK every week
Yep.
to get that practice in.
Yeah, I know.
So it's always
Yeah.
nice racing with those guys.
You showed an
so
unbelievable
you did.
amount of skill coming in here, and
Thank you, guys.
even with the pressure of having to catch Ace Wild Type, who when he already had an ace in his pocket, you flew so awesome, man. Congratulations on
Thank
your
you guys.
career.
I appreciate it.
Congrats, man.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Heck yeah, I'll see you guys out there.
We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Good luck, man. Did you buy raffle tickets?
Oh, I got plenty of
Oh, let's
I got
go.
all the winning ones, so-
Oh, no, you don't. Get out of here. I'll trade you. See ya.
Well, who's next? It's Jay. Let's get Jay in here. Jay, come on in. Congratulations, Jay.
Thank you.
Standing on the podium of pro class.
Pretty exciting. That was
How'd the
fun.
finals go for you?
Super fun. Yeah, that was nerve-wracking but fun. Nerve-wracking but fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was saying, Wild Type, he's been chilling in elite for a few years. I know you've spent time in elite class as well, but here he made it. Oh, I got to get on the screen. He made just a huge change to the way I thought that the Chase the Ace finals actually went. But leading up to that, were you riding in the winner's bracket the whole way there? You were, right?
Yeah.
You pretty much crushed this entire event all the way up to finals.
Qualifying was a little touch and go.
Qualifying was hard,
Touch
I
and
think,
go.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I only heard very few pilots say it went well.
Yeah,
Qualifying was hard.
My very last 3 laps were the ones I qualified on.
Same
And one
with
of those
me.
was like, the battery was sagging, and I was like, just gotta get one more in.
Yep.
I was telling Tasty, I think it's because there were so many elite class pilots that people were qualifying in a way that was like slightly desperate, and they had to push beyond their skill level in qualifying, and that's why there was an upset where like some pilots that were really good pushed so
Next
hard
up,
they
round
never
one,
got
race
their
one.
good clean 3 laps and
on
made
R1.
big errors. And to me, that's the
T-Bock on
story
R2.
of finals in pro class.
Heads up on
Wild
R6.
type throws down an ace with confidence, and now the 3 of you all forced to push beyond the comfortable flying level and reach up. And the result was a little bit of carnage.
It was some carnage.
God,
Yes,
there was
yes,
a lot of carnage at the end there.
Made it exciting though.
Yes, that last race, I couldn't see a screen where somebody wasn't on the ground or flipping around, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth.
A lot of back and forth.
The
And
timer was saying stuff every lap that was,
I know.
I was in 4th.
Don't listen to the
Yeah.
timer.
Second, and like, it was.
Yeah, we had a lot of where it would pick up people wrong.
Yeah.
It's
listening
hard
to
though.
the timer messed up a couple of other pilots
It's
too.
very hard. In one of my heats, I would have been eliminated, but I can't remember who it was now. But I was in 3rd, but one of them heard the timer say time's up and finished on his 2nd lap.
Oh, yeah.
And I just kept going because
Yeah, I
I knew it
remember
was
that.
second. Yeah.
Was that Rogue One? No.
No, it wasn't Rog.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I feel so bad,
Yeah.
Because
that's not how you want to win.
No, you don't. It's not how you want to.
But it's on the pilots to to know what lap you're on.
Yeah, or have a spotter and have somebody help you out.
Yeah,
But dude,
spotter's
you did great.
the cheat code.
Thanks, guys.
It is the cheat code. You did great though, man. Good
Thanks.
job. Good job and
So now we're pulling
congrats.
for Lev on the next round. Hometown boy. Let's go, Lev.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Leviticus.
Yeah.
Leviticus, I can't forget about him. He tried to get me to arm wrestle him again this year. He's been jacking up, man. And last year I
He's a
beat
beast,
him.
dude.
And this year I'm not gonna. I'm just
Don't
gonna
do
keep
it.
my title.
You're gonna
I'm
get
not-
injured.
dude. I last year my arm hurt the whole rest of Whooptopia.
Don't
He's a
play
very
that
scary
game.
kid.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Did you see that coming?
That he was going to
Lev
be
becoming Lev?
as a pilot, yeah, but I don't know that I ever.
Yeah. Same here.
Grown
I
up
just
Lev is-
love that guy. He's like got such intense charisma. I love when he comes up to me. He's like, "I've got this. I'm so much better than the last time you saw me." I just love that about him. Because he is. He is dedicated to improving, and yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Gotta love it when somebody wants it like that.
Absolutely. Well, Jay, thanks so much, man, and
Thanks, man.
congratulations.
Congrats,
Thanks
dude.
for having me.
We'll see you over there in a minute.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to head out as well. I bought a lot of raffle tickets.
Like, what are we talking here?
Take a guess. I'll say over under.
100.
Way over.
Over 100 raffle tickets.
Oh. What was
Spending 100 would be 20 raffle tickets.
Oh.
I think they're 5 each, right?
Yes, I went over 100.
Nice, dude.
I went over 100.
All right.
Well, I mean,
you got a lot of numbers to check, so I'm going to let you
We
go
do.
check it.
I will.
Hey, it was
Thank
great to
you,
sit
man.
with you, bro.
Thank you for
I
letting
hope
me
to get to
tune
do it
in.
again.
Me too. I will see you guys later. Thanks, man.
Yep. Cam, come on in. Cam, you get the fancy headset. It is, yeah. A lot of people got to get used to the light. Cam, we loved watching your career, and I think you already know I'm a giant fan of your flying style. Coming into this event, you had 2 first-place pro class wins,
Yeah,
and then immediately got knocked out of
yeah.
the preliminary round. What
yeah.
happened in the first heat?
A lot of nerves, pressure. Had to shake loose. 3 battery packs to practice was too much.
Was too much.
Yeah, I got in my head. Yeah. There's been a lot of like three-peat. Gotta win pro class.
I'm sorry.
But no, it's good. It's good. I sometimes I thrive on it, but today it was a struggle. But I felt really good going into the further heats. I was just trying to stay alive and stay out of the losers bracket.
You did it. You made your way all the way back to finals. I loved every step of the way, and you knocked out a lot of hardcore competitors in your
Yeah.
wake. All
yeah.
the way back to the beginning. I don't have the bracket up here, but
Yeah, the competition is another level this year.
yeah. So when you got to Chase the Ace finals, I felt like you were. Thank you. I felt like you were pushing really hard. I felt like you were like flying slightly outside your comfort level. Is that what happened?
I was definitely on the edge. I think I knew Wild Type's only getting better. I see what he was doing out there. I know he was making mistakes earlier, but once he got dialed in, he was a force to be reckoned with, and I knew I had to match him, and at least try to match him, and he showed what he's worth, man. He's fast.
Well, congratulations on your awesome accomplishment of second place in pro class. The amount, look at the skill level of pilots that you've left behind you and below you, and feel unbelievable about that. I would do anything to be on that level. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, well, now we're going to bring in the champion of pro class. Come on in, Wild Type. Good, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Grab a headset. So, Wild Type, a killer career through the pro class, and I know in the past you have spent so much time in elite, and I wanted to ask how qualifying went and how you felt about the qualifying at the end of the day, but also you had a unstoppable career in the pro class, a huge statement,
Thank you.
You were first or second all the way there. You wound up in race number, was it 11?
Yep.
After back-to-back wins. Or first or second, I can't remember, but you kept it alive in the winner's bracket the entire time.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad mistake in my third race.
What happened?
Oh, man, so we were going into that back session, and we were going to the drop ladder, and I hit the gate, and I had no idea where I was going because I spun forever, and I swear I was flying for like 10 seconds. And so I thought it was over, and so I really, really pushed on that third lap. And luckily I made second.
Nice, dude. Yeah, so, and then, I mean, what I think kind of happened is the finals, you went 2 up, 2 down, which is a massive statement in pro class.
Thank you.
What I felt like it put so much pressure, and when you go back and watch it again later, I hope you do.
Sure, yeah,
because
absolutely.
Because you crushed that first ace, and then all of a sudden, the other 3 guys started eating it so hard.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I was hyped on adrenaline, so maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but these guys like felt so much pressure and wanted it so bad, and I felt like they were flying risky and paying the price. And in the meantime, you were just skating clean air, flying your own race, and it paid off so huge, man.
Well, I mean, props to them. They're amazing pilots.
They are. Yeah, there's no doubt about it, but you absolutely destroyed them. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Huge statement. Whooptopia. I mean, part of me wishes there's like a loose discussion about a bump up in future years, and
that
I wish
would be cool.
Yeah, there's just it's not a decision. It's just like this thing being thrown around, and I wish that was in play today, because I would love to see you competing up in our next races as well.
Yeah, so that was my goal. That was my intention. I wanted to qualify elite. But yesterday it wasn't my day. You know, everybody has a bad flying day, and just goes to show yesterday was mine.
You know, I have a theory about qualifying here. We do have the most skill in tiny whip racing that we've ever seen at any race in the world is at this race right now.
100%.
And if you're just watching, we're going to see that. I'm going to prove it to you in about 20 minutes. But I feel like the realization of that among the cast of 80 pilots led to a more desperate qualifying, and I felt like there was a lot of people that were trying really hard to qualify high.
For sure.
To the point where they were wrecking more during qualifying, and even though, like, to me, it's just crazy that the standard is 8 qualifiers is so many qualifiers.
I think it's completely fair, you know?
Me too.
And it's like whenever you jump into a competition, you either have 2 strategies. You either fly as fast as you can, and then you try to get better over time, or you do a safe like 3 lap, and then you really, really push.
Yeah.
It just so happens when I tried to do safe 3 lap yesterday, it wasn't happening for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, I do the second thing. I was the kind of guy, like, I had my first, 3 big races choked so hard. So I would just move to that second strategy you mentioned, where I just want to putz my first lap and then make gentle improvements. And back then, you didn't have 8 rounds. It was really 4 rounds. You know?
Exactly.
You'd sit around for 14 hours and get 4 packs on the course and then feel great about it. Nowadays, you got a lot more, but I still wound up after an incredibly long day of qualifying yesterday, wishing there was more qualifying, especially when it came to elite. We see Neon in the last pack of the game.
Oh, yeah, that was something to watch right there.
TQ after these 3 years of domination, an unbelievable moment. And I thought to myself, if we had more qualifying, I think T-Dog would take it back. And then I think Neon would take it back again.
Oh, right. Just
And
like 2 more. They just go back to back to back.
I think it could have gone a few more. And there was a part of me that wanted to just see a competition where they just do 100 back-to-back time trials, you know?
That's called
And-
T-Dog's house.
Yeah, so something like that. But at the end of that, we would know the truth.
Sure.
And I think we're going to find out the truth tonight. Don't get me wrong. I heard rumors that Neon might not be feeling well, and I hope everything's getting better. I'll give you guys an update the moment I can. Let's see. Makes me want to snoop around for him on this camera right now.
I just saw him. He walked in.
He's here.
Yeah, he's definitely
All right,
here.
that's a good sign, guys. Anyway, I just want to say congratulations, man. You're
you
an
so much.
unbelievable Tiny Whoop pilot, one of the best in the world. It's awesome
Appreciate
watching you fly. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, your Pro Class Finals. As beautiful as it was, has now come to an end. That only leaves one thing left to do. We're going to take it to the Elite Class in just a moment. If you're joining me here on the Perspective Image YouTube channel, the moment we close down this stream, the Elite Class stream is already open. You can meet me right over there in the chat where we'll chill out for just a few minutes before we start official practice rounds going into the preliminary round of the double elimination bracket where we're about to crown a champion of Whooptopia 2025. There's a lot on the line here. T-Dog has won the last 3 years. AK won the 3 years before that, but now we've got a new competitor, Neon, joining us from New York State, just qualified higher than T-Dog for the first time in 3 years. You don't want to miss it. Take it from me. This will be the greatest Tiny Whoop racing the world has ever seen. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Perspective Image YouTube channel. I'll see you in the other stream in just a few minutes, and we'll say goodbye with a few words from our sponsors. Thanks for watching.
We bleed FPV. Shop now. FPV whoop drones, whoop gates, and accessories. FPV swag. Join the adventure today. Only at WeBleedFPV.com. We bleed.